We are live for a special No Yes Men, special Dallas Cowboy edition of No Yes Men. Regular season game kicks off tonight. No Yes Men is going all football all night tonight. We're going to be talking Cowboys. We're going to be talking winning. We're going to be talking.
Why are we going to talk Cowboys? Is it because we have a cowboy on our show? Is that what it is?
Because I'm a cowboy!
How about them Cowboys? How about them Cowboys?
Yo, he got the wizard hat on.
Cowboy hat, you doofuses.
Oh, my man.
I'm not here to talk Cowboys.
I tweeted this out. You guys all better hope and pray that they don't win tonight. I will be unbearable.
No one wins tonight.
If you think I'm a prick now, you just wait until they win. I will be tweeting every 5 seconds.
You think Madden's broken? You should just take a look at the NFL. That's broken.
Oh, the NFL itself?
Yeah.
So I guess Madden does. I guess Madden does represent the NFL since they're both broken. Then.
Yeah, you know, we like sports because they fulfill our childhood dreams, give us entertainment. So that's what it is.
How you doing, Isaac?
You know what, Jeff? I'm glad you asked.
Uh-oh.
I'm great. I'm great.
Yeah, right.
I've
Why'd you say He's not allowed to be glad you asked how he was.
I got the peanut gallery is with me tonight. If you want to be on the show, go up to your computer. I'll send you the link, and you can be on the show instead of walking from behind.
Yeah, right.
If I do that, I'm not showing my face because I know it'll piss you.
Well, then you'll be out. Face is mandatory.
I'm not showing my face now. They can hear me. So it's great.
Jeff, how do you feel the draft went the other night? Let me ask you questions.
Okay.
How do you feel our Stadia and Friends draft went the other night?
I thought it went great. Everybody picked a good, solid team. It is going to be a good. Two guys I didn't know. They were Kevin Choose's.
People are getting kicked out of the league.
Two people are getting kicked out of the league. I have to ask Vet this question because everybody says, "Oh, we hate the Cowboys. We hate the Cowboys," but then everybody drafts Cowboys in their leagues. I hate Washington, New York, and Philly. You will never find a Madden team or a fantasy team with any of them on there.
You need to stop generalizing because I don't take Cowboys. Look at my team.
Well, there you go.
So,
well, no, but Vet did, and others did. Well, I don't know two of the guys, but everyone. Well, the one guy was drafting running backs off the top. Mind you, two of his running backs are hurt, so we'll have to see how they play. You know, I thought it was pretty good. I think Jackie picked some good, solid players.
I was a little nervous of Jackie's draft when she first started out. Definitely, she had some really good picks there. Kevin, I think it was Kevin that drafted like 6 running backs in a row.
No, it was one of his friends.
Oh, okay. I was like, good, yeah. Gracious. But
that was one of.
You know, I know everybody's got a strategy. I think the league that you did had some interesting positions. So, you know, the fact that you can play 2 quarterbacks and, you know, you got to look at the rules. You got to look at the points. You got to look at that. And then you draft accordingly. I agree with you on the kickers and the defense. I did take a quarterback a little bit sooner than I know you were thinking. But when Aaron Rodgers is still sitting there in the 5th round, you take Aaron Rodgers in the 5th round or whatever it was. So I'm not ashamed of it. How did your draft report card turn out from NFL.com? Did they? I never
saw one. Oh,
I got an A for my draft, and they said they predict that I'll finish 2nd. So,
I'll have to look. Did they send out an email? I never saw anything.
It was it an email? I think it was an email. Yeah.
Or was it on the thing?
I think it was an email.
I'll have to go look. I don't remember seeing that in my email.
Yeah, take a peek.
I
think your son's friend is the one that had the best one. So
my son has no friends. That would have been my nephew.
So your nephew. All right. So I think your nephew had the best one.
Oh, okay, cool. That's because he drafted Dak.
I have no friends.
That would have put him. That's true. He doesn't.
You're not his friend? I'm my kid's friend.
You're their parent. You're not their friend.
Well, I'm their friend. With him. You've seen him.
He makes a good point.
You think he's bad with you? I have to live with him.
He's got a point.
Let me.
He's got a point.
Yeah, it's true.
He's got a point. Hello to everyone in the chat. What do we got? 8 people watching. Beautiful.
Anthony.
Anthony's busy, not even talking to us.
I'm not a sports guy, so
not a sports
y'all guys
guy, he's a
are
movie
talking
guy.
another language to me.
I feel like I need to like go outside so the camera can like zoom out on me.
No, that's because he
I
put
know.
the little.
I'm in the middle of you two, so I'm like giant head.
Oh, oops. Nope.
There you go.
Nope. There you go. Is that better?
I do appreciate that better. Yes.
Is that better?
I was like checking my teeth as I was
Squids.
smiling. Like, do I know I was in there?
Squids is in the chat. Hello, Squidsy. Proto
Oh,
P.
man.
Who let Proto out of the basement? Did you let him out?
I don't have the key anymore. I can't contain Proto.
Right.
So
Right.
someone else is going to have to assume responsibility.
Disappointed he didn't come to my Crata stream on Wednesday and play the new season of
And
Crata with me.
I invited him to be to come up on the Gamer Talk show, and he's like, "Yeah, I think I might," and then he just like disappeared.
Cloud Gaming Lee is in the chat,
What up, Lee?
Oh, you know what?
Cloud Game
What's up,
Lee? all the
I gotta
way
see
from.
Squids. See, I'm chilling with Squids down there eating seaweed and stuff. So
Why don't I get a hello?
hello,
Oh, 'cause nobody likes-
D'Artagnan.
No, that was.
No, that's the other son I was going to call D'Artagnan.
That was the other one.
D'Artagnan, that's what it was.
Yeah, D'Artagnan. You were
The
close.
fart as a nickname.
Whenever I think of D'Artagnan, I think of the Ninja Turtles when they had the fifth turtle joint one.
I don't remember that.
D'Artagnan was the fifth turtle?
Yeah,
know
they
there
had like a fifth turtle joint. It was like a little mini.
I didn't know there was
a
a
series. It's like an episode. Yeah, look,
I'm
I'm talking about
definitely
the
Googling this.
original before Rise X Sun.
You're
Yeah,
gonna fact.
whatever.
You're
You're
gonna.
like 6 months older than me.
You're gonna fact check them.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
fact
fact
check
check.
him.
Do it right now. But let's put a wager on it though. If I'm right, we put something on it. If I'm wrong, look. If I'm right,
There was
like
a fifth Ninja Turtle, and it was her. She was a female, and her name was
Ooh.
Jenica.
no, you're looking at the comic books, man,
I am
or
looking
probably
at
the
comic
newer
books.
cartoons or
No,
something.
he's probably looking at Bing.com.
Oh, he could be looking at Bing.
I don't use Bing.
Oh,
Though.
you didn't Bing it?
So on let's see, on Sunday on Retro Rewind, we learned that the Ninja Turtles were not called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the UK.
Oh, really? In the UK?
No, Jeff, do you remember what they
Sure.
were called?
No, Lee's in the chat. He can probably tell us. Ninja.
The
No, they weren't Ninja. It was something else. Turtles, right?
It was. You're right. Yep.
It was not. It was not Ninja. It was something else. Turtles, but I don't remember.
Stealthy boys who don't show themselves?
The Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles.
Oh, Hero Turtles.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, but in the U.S., the Harry Potter books had a different name on a couple of the books than elsewhere in the world. Is that not correct?
Yeah.
I didn't read the Harry Potter books. I went straight to the movies. So.
Oh, well,
I only seen the movies because my ex-wife was a big fan, so I was
Oh,
forced.
I love the Harry Potter movies. I was shocked how much I liked them. I did not think I was going to enjoy it at all. My daughter and I just watched them last year, and we watched them all the way through. It was good.
You know what I really like that people will probably laugh at me for? Man, that Twilight was good, man.
You like Twilight, huh?
It was all right.
You like tight.
A lot of
shirts,
people, you know, a lot of people made a big deal about Twilight, but it was all right.
Oh wow, Lee
Right.
said that they're ninjas now. They don't use hero anymore when they talk about them. So it's interesting. I always talk about how different it is our cultures. Like we're similar in so many ways, but just one little thing can change, like a word in a cartoon that we all know. You know,
or the Harry Potter.
right?
All right. So I just tweeted this out to everywhere. I actually was working on something.
So
I
can we?
can't
I want to dive. I want to dive into something that we didn't get a chance to cover last week.
Okay.
I want to talk about this tweet that I was involved in.
Oh,
Okay. Is
we're
it
just
like
hitting the ground running today.
a
Okay.
fantasy football league or something?
No. So Marcus Knight, who some of you may or may not know, he
Don't
said,
know.
"Hey Google, do I get a discount for having to reduce features because I play on the Chromecast and not on the PC?"
Oh, yeah.
And I was kind of like, okay, I'm dumb. What are you talking about? And then he mentioned direct streaming with content, yada, 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 yada. And then I don't know what I said, appreciate it. Things I don't think about. I stream from my PC. I use Chromecast. And then he said, I joined the cloud to reduce carbon dioxide production, plastic waste, and put less lorries on the road and less rare earth metals in landfill. So these features are not accessible to me. Which was, and I said, thank you. Valid points I had not considered. So is that, what do you guys think about, or people in the chat, what do you think about that? Joining the cloud for the better of the environment, as opposed to, we know Anthony loves it because he can play everywhere and anywhere when he's in his car, when he's on the moon, when he's, taking a piss, whatever, he can play. But this was a completely other side. And I know I've always said, why is there so much crap packaging in these? When you buy any piece of technology, there's all sorts of crap that goes along with it, right?
Like plastic on the screen.
Plastic, that's important. That is vitally important.
No, it's not.
Vitally important.
No, it's not.
And that's why Jeff doesn't rip the plastic off. It might strangle a turtle or
I do.
a raccoon.
Right, that's why I do it for environmental
Yeah,
reasons.
That's right.
Hey,
I
when
don't want it to go in the landfill
I take it off for him.
when we do
kill
take the
turtle.
plastic off of the water bottles or the beer cans or the soda or whatever, I do always cut them though.
There you go.
I'm giving
So
back.
Jackie is in the chat. Jackie from Liquid Bit and member of the Stadia and Friends Fantasy Football
What's
team.
up,
She
Jackie?
says,
Hey, Jack,
it's a
let me say
valid
something to Jackie. Let me say something to Jackie, Jeff. I said this to Ryzak.
You're
Who, me?
hmm
I don't even have anything on.
I hear you
so.
here, and then I hear you here.
Yeah, that's not me. Somebody must have it on again twice. I'm in my room and nobody else is in here. But anyways, so I think I'm close to doing my my Killer Queen Black tournament, hosting it. I'll give like 2 weeks of letting people know. I don't want it to be a big deal though, right? I want it to be one day. I don't want it to be a couple different days. And I've thought of all the different tournaments and how I want to do it, which is pretty cool. So it's simple to basic. If you're in the tournaments, it's pretty basic, but I think it's gonna be pretty cool. Do you guys want me to say some details now, or?
I know that you
The
don't
format?
like to give out information before you can
I
make
don't.
major announcement, huge news coming to the SBCN.
It's true. He's
And
not wrong.
we're gonna turn the button on tomorrow. That's it.
Listen, man, I stopped doing that when Jeff said, "Yo, you really gotta stop doing this." And I was like, "All right."
Oh.
All right, well, I won't say anything yet, but I will say this. I pretty much know the whole thing of how I want to do it. So it's just pretty much me
Perfect.
saying, okay, let
All
me
right.
pick a
Well,
pick a
let's talk about the environment for a minute. Then, since Jackie's here
Okay.
too, you can then talk about that. So, and she
No,
even
I'm done.
she even in the chat said it's a valid statement, interesting to ponder. One I hadn't even thought of. Be cloud for other reasons.
I'm gonna be honest.
But
when
I
first read
want to
this-
talk about how you try to be a troll. So you originally did it and you sent me the thing. It was like, "Oh, look at this guy." So you was about to get on him until he pretty much slapped you in the face like, "What are you talking about, bro? I want to help the environment." You was like, "Oh," then you felt stupid because you was about to rip him apart. I was like, "Oh, Jeff was about to get somebody." And what he said was made a lot of sense. I was like, "I'm glad I ain't jumping there trying to jump on my boy Jeff's side," and we both looked stupid.
when I first read it, I thought that Marcus was trolling. I thought that he was, I don't know if you know Marcus or if you've seen him in chats or you've seen him in other people's streams, but he has a love for Stadia that is deep. It's deep. And when I first read this, I was like, why is he trolling the Stadia account?
Right.
And then I saw Jeff's comment because I was just scrolling through on my lunch or whatever. I saw Jeff's comment and I was like, uh-oh. To your point, I thought Jeff was trying to then start something. And then I read what Marcus replied with.
But
I never
Jeff,
thought about it that way. I never thought about it as
I have
far
to.
as environmental impact.
You are both correct. I had the fangs out. I was ready to pounce,
Yep.
and then he came back, and I was like, "Oh yeah, oh good point."
Right?
We are no yes men, but I will give credit when there was
right.
that was something I had not considered, and I remember I said to you guys last week I wanted to talk about it. We just ran out of time, as always.
Yeah.
So I wanted to throw it around.
I
just wanted.
corporate America in general is making a big push to reduce the carbon footprint. I deal with it in my job. We're looking to reduce, electrical consumption 2, 3, 4, 5% each year over the year before.
California is leading the way in that, right? They want like all electric vehicles by something, and they want to reduce. If Ray was here, he could probably fill us in.
California has a lot of issues. I don't know if that's.
I could get Kevin Pathrath, the next governor of California, to drop into the show.
Yeah. Didn't you say it was Jenner? Wasn't Jenner?
No, he
Can I
said
be the
that.
next?
That's who he's voting for. I'm
Oh, that's
I'm
who he's
hope-
voting
I have
for.
no I have no skin in the game, but I'm hoping for Kevin Paffrath. As we're all
Okay.
YouTubers, we should be supporting the YouTuber running for governor.
Why not? Sure. I vote Jackie.
There you go. Vote Jackie. Yeah, she lives in a different state, but sure, she could. Why not?
Why not?
Why
Why
not?
not?
Anyways, we can move on. I just thought I wanted to bring that up because it was an area that I hadn't thought of, and
I had not either, and especially with the chip shortage, the minerals that they're having a hard time, mining, or they're too expensive or whatever. It's a great point.
it is. So I just wanted to see what people thought about that. People in the chat, if they had, Jackie, apparently it's something to ponder. It was not something.
You know what? I'll throw my thing out there. It never crossed my mind. I never even looked at it like that. I'm probably not the most environmental friendly guy. I just don't mentally think about it. Like, I'm the guy that throws everything to recycling. My wife's like, that's not recycling. I'm like, it's plastic. Why isn't it? She's like, oh my God, Anthony, look at the refrigerator with the pictures. Is the picture not on there? I'm like, whatever, man, fine.
It's not hard to imagine coming from a cowboy, because if you were an Indian or Native American and you saw somebody litter, you would cry.
Wasn't that a
But
commercial? You guys
It
are
was
too
Wayne-
young.
I always think of Wayne's World when they're trying to do the concert at the end and everybody's got all the trash everywhere and they're like, this was great. And you see the guy out there trying to pick up the trash. He's got the tear coming down his face. That's what I always think.
Well, don't put the narrative that I like to litter. Okay, I'm the guy who goes to the movie theater. I took my little sister to the movies on Saturday, and she's just leaving all her stuff and all that. I'm like, yo, so I just kindly was grabbing it, and she's looking at me. I didn't say anything to her, but I can't leave the movie theater with stuff. I just can't do that. So as I'm grabbing all her stuff, she's looking at me like, what is he doing? And she realized, like, oh, and I just walk into all her garbage that she was leaving there, and she brought in drinks that's not supposed to be in there and all this nonsense. But yeah, I don't like to litter. That's like against my code.
Let me ask you this, because I think that we all have taken stuff into the movie theater. What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever taken into the movie theater?
Food.
Like what kind of food though? Like did you take a pizza box?
No, not that. But my wife and I, we definitely went to Taco Bell or McDonald's or something before. We haven't did it in a long time because now we look at the movies like it's our getaway from the kids, kind of our date night. We go to get our Presto Bites or nachos or whatever. Like that's like our thing, unless we ate before we went. But in the past, yeah, that food, like literally bringing a McDonald's meal or something, sneaking it in there.
Jeff, what have you taken?
To a theater.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of anything we've done to the theater. I'm looking over at Dum Dum there, and he's shaking his head. However, you may or may not remember 2 or 3 weeks ago, we went to the drive-in.
Yes.
To see Jungle Cruise and Free Guy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not supposed to bring outside food in. Well, on the way to the theater, we drove through the drive-through Rib Fest and got 3 racks of ribs, which they put in a gigantic pizza box, which he had on the floor by his thing, and he had something else covering it up as we went through. And then we sat there eating the pizza, and when the worker guy would go by, we'd kind of try to hide it in case he peeked into and we were afraid of getting thrown out of the drive-through. And we had drinks and some other stuff in the other little bag.
Jackie said she took Pinot Grigio because this movie was PG for Pinot Grigio.
Well, there you go.
Squids took a Jeep in. I took a Chipotle burrito in for me and my daughter one time. That's probably the worst thing I've done. But we always go to the dollar store and get candy on the way in. I'm not paying $7 for a box of chocolate covered raisins.
Can you bring outside food into a Canes game?
I mean, we would, but I don't, because when we go to the Canes games, it's around dinner time, so we always get like the chicken tender basket.
I see. Okay.
So.
Because I don't know about Leaf games because you can't buy Leaf tickets, and if you do, you're spending you have to mortgage your house to get a Leaf ticket. Other things at the arena where they play, no, you can't bring out. We went to see Jeff Dunham. He had a drink, and they made him drink it or throw it out because he couldn't bring the outside drink in. However, at the Sky Dome, don't at me, Canadians. I know it's the Rogers Center, but it's still the Sky Dome to me.
It's the Sky Dome to me too.
Yeah, the Blue Jay games, you can bring outside food in. So the one time we did go to a Blue Jay game, we went to like the Boston Pizza place and got a bunch of food, and they let us bring it in. That's why I was wondering about Canes games.
You're not supposed to, because you go through the detectors and they pat you down. Like my wife, if she takes her purse, they'll look in her purse. But where there's a will, there's a way, right? I'm sure you've seen those things that you can get that you strap on like a fanny pack, but it's a belly and you fill it with beer. Like, so if they lift up your shirt, it shows like the hair.
I don't think we have that in Canada.
No. Oh, it's fantastic. Yes. So.
Oh, Bruce says it's always going to be this guy. Don't to him.
Right.
I was afraid Bruce was going to at me and call it. It's called the Rogers Center, and it's called the Rogers Center.
How can you not think early '90s Joe Carter Sky Dome? Like how can you not? That's like the most iconic home run ever. And see, I was a big Twins fan when I was a kid because I loved Kirby Puckett. So when they played each other in the series,
who didn't?
Absolutely, Kirby Puckett was the man.
He was. Rest in peace, Kurt. Rest in peace, my friend.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, we've been talking a lot of sports, and I think we're losing Anthony. So we need to light a fire on something and talk some shit about something.
All right. Well, since Jackie's still here, since Jackie's still here, before we lose Jackie, because I know she's got to go and finish setting her lineup for tonight. So I don't know if she has any Cowboys or Tampa Bay Buccaneers on her squad. Do you want to talk about your announcement? Your big announcing announce? The big announcement? I don't have my drumstick, so I can't. They're in the other room, so I can't make a drum roll. They're in the office.
You're gonna give everybody a little bit of something. How about is it gonna be full on teams, Anthony, for your Killer Queen Black tournament?
Oh, I thought I was supposed to not say anything.
Well, you can get.
I did. I wanted to finish the Marcus story first.
No, I'm gonna say it later.
Oh, you're gonna cop out, huh? Well, how about this? How about I tell you this? Tonight at 8:00, we're doing Throw Down Thursday. And if you're around, jump in and play, because we're going to start with Super Bomberman, which, oh, by the way, happens to be a free game. And then we're going to jump over the top 4. We're going to play Wave Break, which happens to be a pro game. And then the top 2 are going to jump in and go head-to-head in Killer Queen Black, which is also a pro game. So even if you don't have a Stadia account, you could sign up today and get a month free and play in the Throwdown Thursday, and you got no excuses. None. We've eliminated excuses. Throwdown Thursday.
That is cool. You thought of it.
I enjoyed Wave Break the other night until everybody started killing me. Then it got less fun.
Yeah. Well, that's the idea of the game.
Because you guys are trolls and were just killing me.
I've only played a couple of times.
Only. But it was kind of that's why I liked about Riders Republic, although I'm not going to buy Riders Republic, but because it's $80 here in Canada, and I just can't. I got too much in my backlog. I can't justify because even Proto was like, it's only $60. No, in Canada it's $80, $79.99. So I can't quite justify.
Well, then I guess Proto, you're not going to play in the Throwdown Thursday.
Hey, everybody can't make it. It is what it is.
So,
So anyway, I got some.
Jackie's looking forward to throw. Is Jackie throwing it down tonight?
I hope so. We'll see.
Is her Detroit Lions going to go 0-16 again? Oh, we can't talk sports. We're done talking sports. Right. Never mind.
Go ahead, man.
Go Canes. What do you want to talk about, Anthony? You got something on your mind?
Yeah,
you've been stewing. You've been stewing on this today. You've been thinking about it on the way home. You got something that's bothering you.
Let's see. I want to make sure I share.
I want to know what it is.
So I got something I want.
Are you sharing something?
Can I take a guess?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead, take a guess before you pull it up.
All right, I'm going to take a guess at what this is. You are mad because I haven't been in one of your streams this week.
I didn't.
And you're going to call me out on it.
No, not at all. Not at all, my friend.
He's mad because I was trolling in his chat yesterday, Jersey Boy. Well, not really. He just made a comment, and I'm sorry. Do I know who you are?
I think what's cool is those guys know you from me putting up your video, so it's kind of like friendly banter back and forth. I mean, it wasn't cool when they first mentioned it, but when you first mentioned it, but I think it's cool that you guys have been kind of like, the guy was like, "Oh, I know who Jeff is," and I thought that was pretty cool.
Look at that, Jeff. You're making the rounds.
It's true.
So here's what I want to talk about, and I'm
Tell
trying
me-
to see how to.
Tell me when. What was I gonna say? Yeah, if they, I'm happy to have a chat with Jersey Boy. But since he doesn't like to be on Face, then we'll just do it on Twitter Spaces.
But Jersey will go on Face.
Or
Yeah, he will.
Oh,
Yeah, he
okay.
will.
All right.
He will.
We can do it on Twitter Spaces. We could do it on. We can do it on the Facebook audio. We'll do it on Facebook audio. So, Jersey, if you're watching, you and I can have a debate. We'll do it on the Facebook audio platform.
You know what I've wondered? As cool as StreamYard is, Anthony, while you're still getting set up, I just had this
I'm
thought.
ready.
As cool as StreamYard is, why don't we use like Google Meets?
I don't never use Google Meet.
I thought about doing that. I just haven't had time to set it all up in Obis.
Is it just like this, pretty much?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Or
and
is
then
it like Discord? Or is it like Zoom?
No,
It's like
it's more
Zoom.
like Zoom. But I could pop out. I think I can pop out the videos, and then I could have them as separate browser windows,
So
as browser settings and everything. I just haven't had time to play with it.
So for Big Mike, Little Ant, we've used Zoom for so long, for over a year, and then as this got more popular, it's just a better thing. For instance, it's more polished if you're doing a show.
Yes.
And you're on first and you announce your guest. I love it because again, like I said, I'm part-time MC. So like I'm used to being on the mic and I'm introducing somebody and you doll it up and then coming out and you press a button and they pop out. You just can't get that experience nowhere else without going through all this crazy stuff. And I think that's for me.
Cowboy. Wicked.
No, MC. I can't stand when people do that. Sorry, it's my pet peeve. I say MC, people just say DJ. And it's like, no, a DJ is the guy that only does music. An MC is the guy that only is on the microphone. It's two different things. Now, you might have a DJ who is also an MC. Yes, a DJ can also be an MC, but he typically isn't leaving his post behind his the music he played. So the company I got hired by that taught me how to MC, their thing is premium. They give you a DJ and an MC, and the MC is more like he's your custom liaison, right?
You're working the room, you're telling some jokes, you're interacting with the crowd, you're doing, as opposed to just standing there and pushing play on the MP3 that you got.
What's more important than you work in the room, blah blah blah, is now if it's your wedding and you plan your wedding, right? You're like, oh my God, what time we do what? No. You guys don't have to think of anything. When I met you in the beginning and you hired me, I took all your info. So you just sit back and don't think of nothing. I know everything. Now, this is what I also do. When I first come there, I introduce myself to the catering. I introduce myself to the photographers, to everybody else who's working. The people who get married, they don't have to think of anything. So let's say I walk up to, I'm paying attention always to the bride and groom, right? And they might be talking. I'm looking at my watch. Well, in 5 minutes, we're supposed to do cake cutting, but they look like they're talking. So I walk up and say, hey, by the way, we're going to do cake cutting at 8 o'clock. Do you still want to do it? They might say, oh, could you give me 10 minutes? Don't worry about it. I go to catering and say, hey, listen, we're going to do it in 10 minutes. They say, okay, cool. Then I go to the photographer and say, hey, listen, I'm going to give you the signal because in 10 minutes, we're going to do the cake cutting, not at 8 o'clock. They're like, cool. So I literally work more than just the room, but I put all the pieces together. And that's what you get.
Master of ceremonies as
master of, yes, thank you. So when people say, you're a DJ, I'll be like, mother effer, man.
I mean, I did it because I like the DJ Khaled thing. I didn't want to say MC Cowboy and do the DJ Khaled thing. But, I imagine that you walk into the room, right? And all of a sudden you walk through the curtain and you're just like, all right, bitches, the Cowboy's here. Where's
everybody looks up. Everyone looks down to him.
I need a bottle of water. I need to know where my microphone is.
I'll do that.
I need my breath mints. Who's the bride? She and I need to have a chat real quick. Okay. Where's the groom? He and I need to have a chat real quick. Need you MFers to know that this is my show. I'm the MC. I'm the cowboy.
Well, I don't do it exactly like that, but some of that is correct. But I already get in contact with the bride and groom ahead of time. But when I actually meet them in person, so before they come out for the announcements, I group everybody up backstage and I say, hey, listen, I need the order. I get the order. I line them up. And then I go out, tell them, explain it to them. Then I go out and I grab the microphone and they could hear me call them out in each person. And then I queue up with the DJ. So I tell the DJ, because he got to play music for each person that come out, right? So that's why it's hard for a DJ to be on the mic, pressing the buttons, to do the music stuff. So when you get the combo, matter of fact, I got a wedding on October 2nd.
Do you try to get saucy and like? Do you always go for the grandmas? Like, look at grandma over here. Look at grandma over here.
No,
Watch out,
professional, man.
Watch out, Florence. Watch that hip. I don't want to have to pop it in again.
Florence.
Oh man. All right, so listen, guys. I want to bring this up, and so it's people watching, and they're gonna say, Anthony, why did you bring it up? But this is what I do. This is what on the show. I go through my regular weekly thing, and I watch different shows from the community. And if something comes up and I want to talk about it, guess where I'm coming? You guessed it. No Yes Man, because the show is tailor-made for us to bring up anything in the community, blah, blah, blah. So like Jeff did when he got schooled by Marcus, But I want to bring this up because I want to actually get your guys' take on this as well. But I want to bring up the whole thing. So if you can throw my stuff on the screen.
I was waiting.
So I was watching MM2K, which Jeff said he doesn't watch. And I was watching.
Sorry.
I was watching their show, and they said something that I wanted to go to. So let me doll this up a little bit. I got two clips from two different videos, but the first one real short, and then I want to ask you guys about it. So their thing was about Darksiders came out and Arc came out, right? So they're having this thing. They were saying like, oh, the state of community is in a buzz about 60 frames on Twitter. And I'm like, I must have missed it because I didn't hear nobody talking about 60 frames. But we all know that some people feel like, okay. We all know that some people feel like 60 frames is necessary for art, right? And some people don't, blah, blah, blah. So anyway, they had a whole video about the 60 frames and I was listening to it. And one part caught me that I wanted to bring up, where MM2K says it was a bigger deal for Darksiders to have 60 frames than Arc. And I was like, what? So I wanted to play that clip so people don't think I'm lying. And then I want to ask you guys actually about it, what you think. So Jeff, I know you just disappeared and you did the thing you hate, which is not showing your face. So I don't know if you can still hear me. Okay, cool. So I know you got to mute me or I'll just shut up. But I'm about to press play,
I had
and then
got the power to my laptop, so I just muted so I could go get my power from my laptop.
Rookie
Well,
mistake.
I'm gonna press play. All right. So
I'm such a noob.
Performance mode added, right? And then in this particular month that this is being recorded, we saw the release of two games that kind of like really set the warning flags off here. The first game was Arc, which we kind of figured Arc would be a bad port. It might have a 60 frames per second mode, but again, it's a bad port everywhere. You know what I mean? Except for a powerful PC. It's probably a little worse than we expected at launch, but there not being a 60 frames per second mode there didn't surprise us too much. What really surprises is the second game, the one that could have potentially had a serious impact across the board, was Darksiders 2. Now, I'm not saying it's a horrible port. It's a good port, but it lacks a performance mode. Again, another pillar offering.
all right, so let me ask you guys this, and then I got a couple comments I want to read. Him and I, we kind of went back and forth a little bit, but do you agree with that? You feel like out of Arc and out of Darksiders 2, that Darksiders 2 was more let down because it didn't have 60 frames per second?
Jeff, you want to go first?
Yeah, I haven't played Darksiders 2, so I have no comment on that. I did see a lot of people kept saying Arc was horrible, Arc was this, Arc was that, and I kept saying, why? I played it for 2 hours on my stream. I had no problems. And they're like, oh, because it was in 60 frames a second. Okay, so what? Who cares? I don't care. I'm old. I'm blind. I don't care. I don't care if it's in 4K. I don't care if it's 30 or 60. I play my retro games, which are 5 frames per second. I don't care. So, because everyone kept saying it was bad port. It was a bad port. Why? And that's all they kept coming back was everything else. It played flawlessly. Never had any issues. In the Facebook, somebody said, "As it keeps crashing." I said, "I haven't had that."
Okay, Ryzek, you?
I've made it clear many times that I don't care about graphics and performance and yada yada yada. But I do have to agree with them on this one because I have played both games and I felt like Ark played better than Darksiders 2.
Oh, interesting.
And I think the only reason that I noticed it is because they're when I'm moving Death, right? And I'm moving him around, it almost looks like pixelated on the outside of him. Like it just seems kind of grainy. That was the one thing that I noticed in the game.
Okay. But you were still able to play the game, right?
What's that?
So you was still able to play the game.
I was still able to play it. Yeah. That's why I said it doesn't matter to me, but I did notice it.
Yeah, so my gripe with this was, again, people get mad when I say old games, right? But Darksiders 2, and I'm going to explain this, right, for anybody who has an issue. Darksiders 2 came out in 2012. That was 9 years ago, right? Mm-hmm. They had more installments of the game that came out after that. They had a part 3, and they had Darksiders Genesis, which is the 4th one. Why the hell would the developers feel like, oh, let's put this at 60 frames per second, and it's a one and done game? You played it, you beat it, it's over with, and there's 2 more games. Now, maybe if part 3 came out and wasn't 60 frames, but this is the definitive edition that came out years ago, and that wasn't in 60 frames. So I feel like they was using this to make a bigger, and I know they love Stadia, but this was more like they was kind of getting on Stadia. And I don't care if they get on Stadia. You can have your own right, your own right. I just felt that the narrative was, oh well, Ark, this should have had 60 frames rather than Ark. And I feel like, for me, Ark is a live service game. It's a game that's continually going on that they maintain. If you had the choice out of those two, or games in general, because I don't want it to just stay on what they said, but it's a good conversation. Reason why I love Destiny 2, Avengers, it's a live service game. These are the games you need to really do good with because your game's never going to end. So if you want new people to get in, or the people who say I need 60 frames, or people who say I need 4K, or all these people, you want to put that in a live service game because it's to attract people to continually play. The Darksiders game that I beat in 2012, 9 years ago, it damn near looked just like that of what we already got. So I just feel like if I had to choose out of the two, it made no sense to feel like Darksiders needed it and not, because I when I hear everybody talking how bad Ark was, it made me want to play it. It made me want to check it out. I never cared about Ark, but it made me say, well, if it's a live service game, meaning that, it's going to keep going on. Jeff might be on tomorrow. Ryzak might be on next week. I'm like, well, I could jump in every now and then and play with them. Yeah. Now that to me might need more performance than the one and done game. So,
I forgot I'm in charge of the clicky clicky. I completely.
I will say that I see the argument come up a lot about the 30 and the 60 FPS and how everything looks. And without speaking for anybody, I feel like the general consensus is that with all of the technology that we have, with all of the backing of the cloud infrastructure, with the PS5s and the Xbox Series X's, it's almost a disappointment if a game is ported over to something new that it doesn't come with that new technology. I almost feel like that is kind of a given now, because to one of the things that Sean said in the chat there, Darksiders 2 is a faster paced game. I would definitely notice a difference in playing Rocket League if I wasn't playing at 60 FPS, or if I was playing at less than, because it's not going to move very smooth with the way that I have to rotate the camera on the ball. And so for a faster paced game, I can see, and maybe that's why I saw it, because I play so much Rocket League.
What's crazy? I was playing Rocket League. I guarantee that when I first played Rocket League, it was not in 60 frames per second, because I played that game so long ago.
But
I feel
think about how many updates they've come out with.
Right. I feel like people go crazy, right? But dude, I've been playing video games my whole life, and not that long ago, people was trying to make 60 frames primary, right? It's kind of like Jeff said. I don't know. I mean, I don't even realize what's in 60 and what's not. I know Marvel Avengers is because they added performance mode.
Right.
Like, I play games and just play. I literally can't tell you what's in what is and what isn't. I don't know. I'm just playing a game. So when I switch from a game that's 60 and a game that's 30, I really don't know.
Your thing, because you're invested in having fun playing the game, right? There's people, and I think that MM2K, there's people out there that are very passionate about the tech and the things that go into it. And that's why I think that they had that conversation, because it was something that they saw, right?
Yeah, it's definitely,
there's a lot of people that understand more about what it takes to make a video game and the layering and the design and the programming than what I do. So that doesn't interest me as much, but I do love a good story, and I do love a game that can pull me into it. That's where my love of gaming comes in. But yes, I can see when there's a game that requires fast movements. Like, for example, Mortal Kombat on Stadia. Is that 60 FPS?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Would you notice if it was 30 in the fighting style, you trying to do your moves?
I don't think. I've been playing Mortal Kombat for so long. I've been playing Tekken. I'm a fighting games is my first love.
Right. That's why
I've been playing 30 frames forever. Can't tell the difference. Like, I don't see, like, when people, all right, I got a friend of mine's, Monkey Bones Gaming, right? And he's the one guy I know that got an Xbox Series X. He got a PlayStation 5. He got Stadia Luna. He has everything, right? And he's diehard. I said, dude, let me ask you a question. Because now I've been talking to the PlayStation guys. They're all, and the Xbox guys are like, 120 frames. I said, let me ask you, because he's a personal friend. Like, I actually know him, right? So I said, let me ask you a question. Like it, and he has a beast of a PC. I said, how much of a difference is like 60 to 120? He said, bro, it's not that big of a difference. I was like, no, you gotta be. I'm telling you, these guys always. He's like, I'm telling you, it's really not that huge of a difference. He was like, 30 to 60. Yeah, you can notice it. He was like, but people just are getting a little bit extra. It's not, and so I feel like I believe him, because I literally don't know. Like, people be like, I could tell. My brain start hurting as soon as I go back. Now, I guess if you was doing it forever and you was, more the PC guys, they look at the counter that they have that keeps showing them. I guess if you was that invested, then you would be able to. You're looking for it, right? Yep. But I because I'm not looking for it, I really don't know.
And that's why Project Storm and MM2K, talk about that so much, because that's their passion. That's what they look for when they're trying to analyze the games.
Well, it's mainly Project Storm. That's his thing. MM2K don't really. This is like first time I heard him like make a big deal about that.
Okay.
But and I also want to say this, because I'm gonna be a little bit of a troll, but I'm not. I'm gonna take, when you sleep on things. So I was planning this whole to read the comments, because MM2K tried to throw shots at me and try to say I'm not an enthusiast of Stadia. This is how I know you're not an enthusiast of Stadia. But you know what? Today, the Cowboys going to turn another cheek and just say, I'm going to let you slide. Forget about it. Now I'm leaving it alone. But he did come at me sideways in these comments. And I really was going to read them all to y'all guys and get on them. But you know what? You caught me on a good day, bro. So MM2K, here's your flowers, as you like to say.
Okay. Look at that.
Got lucky.
Look at that. Maybe we can teach him.
Maybe. Anyway,
it's a long show still.
I've been told you, you're watering the show down, man. Anyway, so let me show you guys a second clip.
You say anything.
Well, you are. So I'm gonna show you guys a second clip. And what I want to say now, this is where I'm gonna troll a little bit, I guess, but I'm gonna keep it short. So this is my way of not getting into what I wanted to get into, but still get into it. Mm-hmm. I'm just saying. So in one video in the comments, right? He was telling me that about how he's going, you don't know 30 frames, blah, blah, blah. This needed 30 frames, blah, blah, blah. But then in his next video, he actually was like, oh, the guy shut me up about the 30 frames because it's not necessary. I was like, wait, hold up. But you want to go back and forth with me forever because of my opinion. Well, but then somebody else. So I'm just curious, which is it, MM2K?
I have a challenge for you once you're done ranting here.
All right, let me press play.
Okay.
Oh,
don't let me forget.
What happened to it?
Somebody
you
told
got
Jeff
a lot
to
of
put some
listeners,
clothes on.
man. So if they hit that request button, will they be able to get up in here? Because I see my brother, man. I see some good peoples up in here.
Yes, that's what I'm telling them. They're afraid. They think we go. And look, here's the thing: if you don't agree That's fine. I'm not going to rebut you. Like LeVar came in here, he shut me down. He said, but Mars, Darksiders 2, when they made the enhanced version, it was only 4K 30. You heard me. I just shut up, right?
Yep, I heard
So this
that.
ain't about us.
So the reason why I brought that up is I said the same thing, but he was going on and called me I'm not a Stadia enthusiast, but some guy, Levon, whoever he is, says the same thing, and he's like, oh, he shut me up. Good point. All right, I'm done.
Did you say 4K 30, or did you just say 30?
No, I didn't.
versus
I just
60?
said the
Do you think
original.
the 4K? Do you think the 4K?
No, it's the
triggered
same thing. I said the original that came out way back when. So the thing they was talking about was 30 versus 60. I said the original that came out way back when was still 30.
Right,
So
but I'm just wondering,
LeVon-
like, if I hear 1080 30 and I hear 4K 30, I'm going to think 4K 30 is better. So do
No,
you
no,
think that could
but the
mean
context-
live that could have triggered that?
Yeah, but the context is we're talking about this, right? We know what this is, which is 30. We wish this would be 60.
Mhm.
I say this was originally 30. So what's the difference? Because it stayed 30, right? Stadia just got what it was back then. That's what I said. Levon dude said, this is the same thing. What's the point? Stadia got what they got back then. It's 4K 30. So he just says it's 4K 30. He goes, okay, cool, whatever. But when I say it, but I just didn't spell out 4K because 4K wasn't the topic. The
that's my
topic
point.
was 30 versus 60.
Right.
So the
'Cause that's-
4K didn't even matter to be said.
Because the first thing that stuck out to me was him saying 4K 30.
Right.
Right.
Which is null and void. If you look at the title, it says 60.
It may be,
frames.
but
That-
I'm
that was
just,
the whole
you know, I like to play devil's advocate.
I know you like the
And that's why I'm watering down the show.
Yep.
Get at it.
Anyways,
You need to screen grab this one.
See, there you go. That's because Sean's my man. Sean and I agree on everything.
Razak didn't even make a point to be right on.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, he
I
said
did.
the res matters.
All right, so I have a challenge for you, Mr. Cowboy.
Oh, for me.
Yeah. So you've played Ark.
Barely.
And it's 30 FPS glory.
No, I barely played it.
Okay.
I wanted
barely
to play
played it.
the
It's
day,
still playing
the day
it, right?
we was gonna play again. Remember when Ray told us
crashed,
to get into Island
yeah.
47?
We couldn't
So
do
I
it.
was literally getting in the background and then it crashed.
Yeah, they were doing some server. That was bad timing. They were doing
Yeah.
server. I kept getting
Yeah.
messages saying they were doing server upgrades. That
Yep,
was just
instead of
that was just
15 minutes.
bad timing on Ryzak's
Yeah.
part.
I can't help it. I go at 8
No, I
o'clock.
know that was not yours. That was not the game. That was just they were doing a server upgrade.
Yeah, they were
So-
doing maintenance.
So you only played it for a little bit. So you didn't
Yeah.
go ahead and put it into the 60 FPS.
I don't
mode.
care to do that.
Okay,
I
well,
don't care to do
you should
that.
try it and then see if you can tell the difference. And then that way, because you said you couldn't tell if it was or
Right.
not, you have the ability. It's very
Right.
easy to do to play
No,
it in the
it's
30
easier. It's easier to do on. Hold up.
You play it in
It's-
30 for like 10 minutes and then play
No,
it in
hold up.
60 for 10 minutes.
So listen to what I said earlier. It said it's easier to do in Avengers. You literally there's a button you do in Avengers, so you can see. So I could run around and I run around like, oh wow. Then when I put in 60, I'm like, oh, it does look smoother. And then after you're playing for a while, I'm like, damn, I can't. Hold on, which setting did I have it in again?
Mhm.
Because you're just into the game at
You
that
get
point.
lost in the game. Yeah.
Right, you get lost in the game. So yeah, I don't, and I watched Sonny's video where he tell you how to do it. It just seemed tedious to do all the different lines. I'll just play it in 30. Again, like I said, if I want to see for sure, and I did it, Avengers. But I'm telling you, there's times where I was like, oh wait, I got to check to see which one am I in because I
should try it with
couldn't
Ark.
tell.
Because I'm going to be honest, when I did it,
Right.
I could tell. I could tell.
Yeah.
It looked a little bit better.
I'm sure it
But
does.
it's not
I mean,
not one
I'm
of
not
those things
saying-
that would hold me up from playing the game.
Well, that was going to be
So
my
listen.
that was going to be my question. Did it affect the
Right.
gameplay?
No.
Here's my
That-
thing.
that
I
was when,
just wanna-
then when they kept saying it was unplayable, I go, why? Well, because it's not 60. Well,
Well, they've
what
played
makes
it before.
unplayable?
We've
Hold on
never
real quick.
played it.
Hold on real quick. All I want to say is this. I'm not saying anything about what my topic was. Do you think between Ark and Darksiders 2, which one would take more precedence of being 60 frames? My gripe isn't that Ark doesn't have 60 or it doesn't. I don't have it. I don't even care. So y'all guys are like, oh, you should try it. Like, for
No,
what?
I thought we
didn't
already
say I had a
answered your
problem with it.
question. And so we were just kind of bleeding into
Right.
to a little bit more about Ark in that
Yeah.
I did see a difference,
I
but
played it
but it wouldn't stop me from playing the game because that very first
Right.
night that I played it, I had a blast. I didn't want to shut it off. Once I
Right.
figured out what to do,
Yeah.
I wanted to keep playing.
Same.
But that
Same.
goes back to all of my Minecraft play.
Yeah,
You know,
same.
the
Yep,
building
I'm the
and
same.
the collecting resources and all of that. So the next day when Twitter blew up and everybody was all, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Those are all people that had played it before and they had an emotional investment or emotional attachment to the game in its state that they have been able to play it in. So when they saw lesser than, and it was something they were so excited for because it was going to be in the cloud, it was a disappointment to them. So I understand. It didn't bother me. I don't care. I still
Didn't
play.
bother me at all. Nope.
Well, you know
I
what it
played
is?
Once I
I'm
figured it
easy
out.
to please, man. That's why I'm friends with you guys.
I think people thought, they thought that, hey, it's going to be bigger and better on Stadia, right?
Yes,
they felt
I
like,
do.
oh, I'm going to be able to delete it off of my super PC, and now I can play it on Stadia and it'll look exactly the same, right? But remember, PCs is like this. The PC is doing all the work, okay? When you're on a console, the game has been optimized for that console. The PC, you just get the basic game, and your PC, you tweak and make the game look better. So the version we got for Stadia, because you can't tweak a game on Stadia, right? It got to be in the game to allow you to tweak it, or the developers do it beforehand. You got what you got. So people who feel like, well, on my PC, well, but the PC allows you the ability to do that, to tweak any game, period.
Yep.
So that's not even like a fair comparison,
What do you guys make of the Luna news today, where they just dropped 30 some odd games, the family channel, and then the couch co-op play, where you don't have to be on the same couch, or you don't both have to even have a Luna subscription. So if I had Luna and I wanted to play a co-op game, I could send you a link and you could just join in and play with me. That seems like a pretty cool feature.
Pretty cool. They said, I watched the video and they said you was able to, not taken away from Luna. I'm just repeating what I seen in the video.
Hey,
that feature wasn't new. It's not new with Luna because you could do it on a PC. But I think that's cool. Listen, whenever you get something, not for nothing, but when they add features, not everybody may use it, but some people may, and that's a plus. You can't never knock like, oh, we're gonna add in this. I might say I don't care about that. Like, look at me. I was mad when Stadia didn't do what PlayStation does with the share games, right?
Yeah.
PlayStation allow you to share with two people, so it would have been me and my wife,
Mm-hmm.
right? But me and my wife could play the same game. I had to buy Avengers twice, right? So we could play together. But I shared with my stepson, my daughter, my daughter who streams, and my wife. So now that's 4 accounts being used. So now when my daughter streams, she can stream her own games or her account. So if I got it the way I want it, we wouldn't be able to do all that though. So it's like funny sometimes, something you could complain about, not realize that there is a beauty in the other system. So I think the Luna thing is cool, if you ask me. And I think the couch co-op thing is really cool. And having a channel for kids, I mean, it's a benefit. Now, it's not free, to be clear.
Well, but it's only $2.99.
Right.
$2.99 a month to keep your kids entertained. That's a steal.
That's cool.
Again, I know that there's people that don't want to pay subscriptions, right? We've talked about that before. But when I, as a bill-paying adult, think about how much money I spend a month on entertainment, just to take my wife and my kids to the movies is going to cost me $80. Okay.
Right.
At least
I could spend $30 a month on the 2 subscription services that I have, and I can have endless amounts of entertainment all month long. That's a win for me. So $2.99 doesn't seem like much. And I know, who was it? Oh, it was Mr. 1030 had actually written a question today on Twitter, and he tagged Amazon Luna, and they responded to him and had some discourse with him on there, which I thought was great. But one of the things I kind of feel like he was trolling them a little bit, and they answered the question. You pay the $5.99.
What was his question?
Well, he was asking if you could just buy the family plan by itself, or if you had to be a part of the Luna Plus and this and that.
That's a good question.
And they came back and they said, Luna Plus is $5.99, the family plan is $2.99, and Ubisoft Plus is $15.99. But that in itself, I believe, is wrong, because didn't Ubisoft Plus jump up to $17.99, or are they still in that?
Going to. It is going to.
It hasn't yet.
Yeah, it's
okay.
going to. Yeah.
So
they jumped it up another $3
for what, $6, $9, $25.
Yeah.
You can have a lot of games on Luna, and there's a couple of comments in the chat there. I mean, Luna's working really well for a lot of people. So I think this is a huge day for them. I would classify it as a huge day, because to come right out and drop 30 some games, granted they could have trickled them out slowly like a Stadia does or something, but to drop 30 some games in the same day, I think it's the couch co-op, the fact that you can play on tablets and on the Fire Sticks. I think it's huge. I think it's a big day for them. It's a win.
And was it 30 games?
It was like 32 or 33 games, something like that, I thought. But on the flip side of that, Jeff, what did you think of it? I mean,
Well, we don't. And before you at me, yes, I know there's ways I can, but it's not available in Canada yet, so I haven't really played it. But when I heard, they're going to have a retro channel, since I co-host a retro show every other Sunday. And I do retro streams every Friday. I thought, oh, that's a win, having more people playing retro games. Yeah. So you got
when we move on. Moving from Luna, there's some bad news that came out today for our beloved Stadia. They just lost an upcoming exclusive game to PlayStation and Epic. Did you hear this?
No.
Yeah, this just happened this afternoon after the PlayStation event that went on. So this game, Chia, is set to be a Stadia exclusive next year. And it's not. I like the little picture that they did here, flying away from Stadia to PlayStation. That's cute. But it says right here, as Google inches closer to its goal of 100 games coming to Stadia in 2021, platform is losing one title that was supposed to arrive next year. Chia is transitioning from a Stadia exclusive to one for PlayStation and Epic Games.
So it's going to be.
Does that mean no Stadia, or it's Stadia and Epic and?
Right. Yeah. What does that mean?
It doesn't say no Stadia.
Okay.
It just says
I can't read that.
It says it went from a Stadia exclusive to one for PlayStation and Epic. So is it going to be a timed exclusive, or is it going to be a sole exclusive? I don't know.
Don't know.
But it's an open world adventure game. Let's player take control of animals, yada, yada, yada. So it was announced in late 2020. Chia was revealed to be an exclusive to Steam on PC and Stadia as its console. I love that, as its console. No other platforms were announced at the time. Today, though, the developers announced during the PlayStation Showcase that the title would be coming to PlayStation 5 next year, adding on Twitter there would also be coming to the Epic Games Store. In a follow-up tweet, it's revealed that Chia's plans of coming to Stadia didn't work out. Apparently, the developers had to quick adapt to a PlayStation Epic release, implying the release could have been swapped due to changes on Google's end, perhaps related to the new pro revenue model. But that's only our speculation. In any case, the developers say that the new release plan enables us to keep working on the game and make it the best it can be. So take one away from Stadia.
So let's bring up PlayStation.
Day.
Did you guys watch the PlayStation event?
I did not, sir. But if you did, please enlighten me, because I saw a couple of tweets. There were some pretty cool looking games that people were hyped up for.
I had it on the other computer, but I was in a meeting and it was on the other computer, and I kept kind of glancing over and I just kept seeing gameplay, but I didn't know what game it was. So let's go with no.
Okay.
So I was at work, and my guy Jersey, of all people, he was streaming it, and so I tuned into his stream. So I had my thing in my ear as I was working. I looked over every now and then, and I was left work, so I was driving with it and listening as I was driving. They show some cool stuff. I will say this. I know right now the narrative is Game Pass. Games are coming fast. But I do believe that Sony has the ability to give you those groundbreaking games, right? So while Game Pass will get some budget games, they will get some day and date games, but I feel like the day and date games so far haven't proved themselves to be like the compelling. Like, yes, it's cool to say, well, I could have paid for Outcasters, but I didn't have to, because it was part of Game Pass. Cool, right? But Outcasters hasn't been held because of the bugs, but it looked like it was going to be a big game, but you never know until a game comes out, right? So then you can say MLB The Show was day and date on Game Pass. I mean, okay, if you're baseball.
You said Outcasters. Did you mean Outriders?
Outriders. Thank you. Yes, okay. Outriders. So the showcase was cool. I think it was a cool look for PlayStation. They showed some new God of War footage. And I always say, listen, we all streaming Game Pass until God of War come out. Then the narrative is going to be Game Pass doesn't have this. But so Sony did their thing. The Spider-Man game has been really, really popular. They showed they mentioned part 2, and then on top of that, Insomniac is also gonna make a Wolverine game. And if you thought Spider-Man was cool, I think that's gonna get people. So they showed some good stuff. They showed a bunch of games you never heard of before. I think a lot of people are looking for this game called Unspoken. And that's going to be a big deal. Some girl, she's like get pulled another dimension or something. So it was a good look.
Is that one there?
Good look for
that one there?
PlayStation.
That one there, maybe. What's it say here? It says Gran Turismo 7. It's coming to PlayStation.
Oh yeah, they showed that. You know,
I'm just pulling up their
good.
tweets.
You're good.
Yeah.
You stay back on that Gran Turismo game. That's what's going to get me to buy a PlayStation.
Listen, I said if they have a new Resistance, I get a PlayStation. But I don't know, man. I was watching. I was like, damn, yo, I am a God of War fan. But what always happens is I buy God of War, I beat it, and then I'm done. So I feel like I would be doing a disservice to myself to buy a PlayStation 5 just to say I played God of War in its greatest glory, and then I don't play it anymore. I'd be better off just game flying it for my PlayStation 4 Pro, beat it, and then send it back. Save myself a lot of money.
Oh, there's Marvel. There's the Spider-Man and thing you were talking about.
Yep.
Okay.
So that was definitely.
I just pulled up some of their tweets.
Now, I know that there's been a lot of people that have been ready for some PlayStation news. You, as a former PlayStation guy, do you think that that fills the need for some people, or do you think it was a little light?
No, I think it was good. So I think when Xbox guys, again, this is a cool time to ask me that question because I've been jumping back and forth between the worlds of these guys. And I had a bunch of them on the show yesterday, which was really cool to hear. And then it's really cool because they've been calming down. They're all like the other day I played with Jersey. I played Destiny 2 with Jersey and Beast of Truth. Jersey's a PlayStation guy. He's playing from PlayStation. Yeah, Forspoken. Thank you, Collins. And we all play crossplay. I'm playing on my Stadia. He's playing on PlayStation 5. He's playing on Xbox Series X. And cool. But I think as a foreign PlayStation fan, when the narrative gets pushed that games are coming fast with Xbox, but the games you look that's coming, they didn't look like those games. Like for them to show Spider-Man 2, Wolverine, Forspoken, some of even the games that you never heard of, I was like, man, they look pretty. They look graphically next gen. You know what I'm saying? They look like they're going to be the quote unquote big budget games. You're like, whoa. When I seen the Xbox thing, they wowed you with, they had 26 studios they acquired, not even including Bethesda, right? But the games they showed, you seen a lot of games that looked like they was indie games. I was like, damn, I guess Xbox is going to get into a bunch of indie games. Today, you seen maybe 2 indie looking games. Everything else looked like it could be AAA titles. So that's pretty cool for Sony.
You know, I had saved 2 screenshots and I was going to share with you guys, but then I forgot. Game Pass had more games leave over the week here, or they're getting ready to next week, right?
Right.
You don't hear a lot of people talk about the games that leave,
just
the games that they're getting.
Yeah,
and one of them is Forza Motorsport 7, which is a pretty big game.
Oh, the Emperor calling you out.
The other one. Let's see.
He said, "I can't trust you if you didn't think any of those games." Oh, I hear what you're saying. Now he's not calling me out. He's saying in general, if people didn't think any of those games they showed was compelling or appealing. Yeah, I agree. I was like, damn, man, like games look pretty cool.
I thought there was another one. Oh, yeah. Red Dead Online is leaving Game Pass on Monday.
Well, that would suck if you're in the middle of an Outlaw Pass and you just spent 25 gold on the new Outlaw Pass this week.
So does
And
that
now hold up, let me say this.
People to buy it though,
Hold on, whoa. Here's the caveat. All right. Imagine, okay, if you were playing a game on Game Pass, but you was playing a game via xCloud because you turned into a cloud person, and they take it off of Game Pass, off of the cloud version, but there's no way to buy a game and play it in the cloud. Whoa. That's now talk about being pissed. Because my thing is like, well, just buy the game. Why are you going to complain? Fine. Because they said they give you like a 10% discount. Then just buy the game. oh wait, you can buy a game and play it in the cloud. Stadia is looking pretty good now that you can buy your games. Perfect example, right? This is true to life. I'm an Avengers fan. Maybe I would have just said I'm a PlayStation guy and I'm gonna play Avengers on PlayStation Now when it came out.
Mhm.
You following me?
I'm with
Now
you.
it left
Ahead
the
of you.
service on July 5th. But because you can't buy a game for PlayStation Now, you can never play Marvel Avengers back on the cloud when it was on the cloud. What type of nonsense is that?
Well, no, I don't know.
Stadia's looking pretty good.
I don't know how much you guys have been on Twitter this week. I haven't very much, but whenever I have signed in, it seems that there's always somebody that's talking about how now Xbox players want a Stadia model for Game Pass, and that would be okay.
Okay, so here's the thing. Hold on. So Phil Spencer said a while ago, he went on record to say that eventually he will allow Game Pass, not just xCloud, but Game Pass to be able to purchase games.
That's what they want to get to.
Right. So, and let me not say Game Pass, but xCloud, to be corrected. I mean, listen, it's a great thing. Listen, let's be fair, right? The ultimate scenario is Stadia for me, right? But the ultimate scenario is a company that's bigger than Stadia that could offer more games that you could put in the cloud. Now, Stadia right now, for whatever reason, they secret sauce is what they call it way back when. They have the edge on the tech, the way it plays, the way it looks, right? Will they keep that edge forever? Probably not. So it would make more sense for a company to be able to offer you something like purchase a game and play it in the cloud. But here's the problem. You become your own competition, because if I don't have to spend $500 or $300 on a console and I can just buy the game and play it wherever, whenever, then I'm not buying that console, right? So now maybe if they do the spin, because Xbox said, I think in December, they're going to allow you to be able to play xCloud on Xbox devices. So you're going to be able to play on a Xbox One, on a Series X, a Series S, right? xCloud via the device itself that you already got hooked up to your TV. Right. So maybe if they say, well, you could purchase a game and play it on xCloud via your device, then technically you still need to buy a console.
Right.
And if they do that, then they're not competing against themselves. So
what do you think of the PlayStation 2 Pro, PlayStation 5 Pro?
Yeah, there was a patent for that months ago.
2022, right?
Or 23 or 24.
23, yeah.
Yeah, 23 or 24 or something.
That's just not cool, man. That's not cool.
Yeah. Cloudbusters cool. Put in the comment to answer you, Cowboy, GeForce Now.
Yeah, you could go that way. Yeah, you definitely could go that way. Is GeForce Now.
I like GeForce Now. I have it. I played it. I like it.
Someone asked me that question. Also said, well, GeForce Now. My only issue with GeForce Now is it's primarily a PC ecosystem. I'm primarily a console guy, right? I don't want to open myself up to the PC world. That's just my preference. One, you got the cheaters. Two, my friends just don't play on PC. It's just not. And then I feel like, okay, well, if I start buying games for a PC, then technically I could play them on a PC, right? And then I just feel like that ecosystem just never been my thing. And then I feel like that's just not. So GeForce Now, definitely you could. But if there was no Stadia, then maybe I'll just be in the GeForce Now, right? Because I love the cloud. But there's a Stadia, so I don't need to get a GeForce Now. But that is a good shout to put up to say GeForce Now. But we were talking about xCloud and PlayStation Now and the place that that's where we was on. But
yep. But that is an option to play games in the cloud.
It is.
So.
Yep.
But it's not all games, just the games that they can
again, because think about it, right? You could say GeForce Now, but remember when GeForce Now had like so many games when it was in beta. Then when it came real and they was charging, so many companies said, "Oh, we're not doing that." So even with GeForce Now, it's kind of like a Stadia thing. You just have to hope they have the game on the service. If not, it is what it is. You just don't have it. What's up, Crow? Yo, let me give a shout out to Crow. This Monday, I will be starting my Marvel Monday, Stadia Avengers, and Crow is the very first person that will be a part of it. So,
I'm so
I
sorry,
couldn't do
Crow.
it. I couldn't do it this week, but it gave me an ideal for something I'm gonna do this Monday that I didn't have planned. So what's
Another
cool
big
is
another big announcement.
nope. But what's cool is Crow will be a part of it. He's the first person, and I gotta
I'm so
definitely
sorry,
recruit
Crow.
2 more people so it could be the 4 of us to kick it off. But
Good luck, my
but
friend. Good
I'll
luck.
leave it at that.
You're going to be dealing with the cowboy for at least an hour.
What you
That's
mean? You know how many times Crow's played Avengers with me? That's my guy, man.
he's awesome.
He
But I
is.
still
He
feel
did.
bad for him that he's got to
I
hang
played
out
some
with
Red Dead with him.
Yeah, man. Crow is a community champion, man.
We got a lot
That
of
need to be a
those.
thing.
We've got a lot of those. You know, no
We
no
do.
disrespect to Crow, but we have a lot of the community champions that show up in streams and play games and
Yeah, man.
just go about their
Like-
business, and that's the thing.
These guys help us do what we do, right? Like Crow jumps in like all my streams, but he gives good feedback. And I want to give a shout out to Nature Boy and Monkey Boy, mainly Nature Boy. So I did my show yesterday. Man, he was coming with the amazing questions. He damn near wrote the show because he always had a question, and then that's turned into a topic for the panel. It was pretty epic, man. It was cool.
It's cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm sorry I missed it. Wednesdays have now become very tough for me. And that's like the day that you do it. So
Yeah, it's all good.
The,
It's all good.
my
It would be
best-
cool to have you jump on though. at one point.
I'm gonna get there.
my best Crow moment was when I was playing Riders Republic when he thought it was still in the closed beta. And then I said something. He's like, "Don't say my name. The Ubisoft police will be happy." And then he's like Googling. He's like, "Oh,
I
it's
came
open
in
to
right
everybody.
after that. Yeah.
Anybody can play now."
God,
All
I
right.
can't wait for Riders Republic.
Now, because I'm me, okay. So don't shoot me.
I'm against
got
Riders
it.
Republic. I'm
But I
not
got-
gonna, I'm against it right now.
No, I'm looking at you guys playing it when Ray and Ryzik played it. I was sold. I was like, I'm well, I already got Ubisoft Plus.
It's
But,
gonna be a fun
don't
game to
take
play
me
with other
away.
people.
Don't take me away from where I'm going here. So because I'm me, I just got to bring this up because
Yeah,
I
how's your mom? Is she doing good after last night? I thought
So
I left her. Well,
I scroll through YouTube and I don't scroll through, but I just live my life. I see things, right? So Cloud Gaming Dad, I seen his name and I thought I said this in his chat. Oh, there's some conspiracy. So he posted today that his subscribers jumped up. And then he was saying to people, "Hey man, don't be paying for me." And I was like, that would be the craziest thing if some random person, not random because I'm assuming they would know you, but just like, "Yo, I'm gonna pay for him to get some subscribers." And I was like, that's such a crazy story. And the conspiracy is like, wait, what? So
yeah,
it made
I
me
wouldn't
think
put
like,
it past people though, to be honest with you, because I
well,
know
he's
there's
like the
some people
most
that do
loved guy
supply.
in the
I get
community.
it.
That's the
I get
thing.
it. Because I know that I was watching, our new YouTube gaming friend Tim the Tap Man. I was watching a stream of his one time. That Joker made like $17,000 in an hour because this ghost person just kept throwing stuff down. So,
Bro, and I watched Rich from Review Tech before, and people and Angry Joe. I'm talking about 500, 500,
Yes.
$100. I was like, wow.
yeah, hey,
Oh,
get
Ray
it.
is
I
back.
guess.
Where
Get
did
it.
he go? So
But no,
what I was
I'm
saying
serious. I
was,
wouldn't put it past somebody because there's a lot of lurkers out there. You know,
Yeah,
there's
man.
a lot of people that enjoy
so
what CGD does.
yeah.
Mhm.
At first I just thought he paid himself and was trying to cover it up by saying, "Hey, you guys better not be paying." I was like, "Ooh, there's a little bit of drama." But then he did say, like, and what we should watch out for, he said he was doing those shorts. And he was saying that the shorts are a good
Mm-hmm. I
plug.
saw that too.
I messed with the
Agreed.
shorts at first. I was like, but I didn't really consistently do it.
CGD
Some of my shorts got like over 1,000 views, and you know what?
Nice.
I always get a few subscribers from because I stream. I do a TikTok live and I play my gameplay, and it always pops up that somebody subscribed that watched me on, or I got a little message saying,
Right.
"Okay, I'm following you. I subscribed to your YouTube channel," because
Let
they
me-
saw
Now-
my YouTube
Or
or they saw my TikTok live, and then they
Mhm.
and when I do some every now and again I get these random followers on there was one, it was just all Chinese lettering, said they subscribed on Twitch.
Gotta
now,
love it.
are you saying that to cover up that you're paying for subs, and you want us to believe that random guys are just jumping in, Jeff?
No,
Are
you
saying
can
that?
go and look at my thing. What was I going to say? The only
Knows
thing
that I would
paid,
think he's a bum if he does that. So
The
if
only
he
thing
did, he refunded.
I
it
will
already.
admit the only thing I paid for was Twitter poll vote to make sure I didn't have to pull the plastic down. I will openly admit that I paid for
Oh,
Twitter
man. No, you didn't.
votes to make sure that I will openly admit that I did that to rig it in my favor.
Look,
That I will admit that I did.
look what Colin said.
Collins, yeah,
He said,
absolutely.
yeah, pull his thing up.
Where am I looking?
Shorts have been doing me good in the views
So
department.
my question for you, Jeff, is you stream to multiple platforms, you know.
No, I don't. I do not do that, Twitch overlords. I do not do that.
Do you see that you're finding new people from, say, TikTok when you do that?
Yes, because I will get a message. Someone said, I subscribe to your channel. Not always.
Do you see the number on TikTok fluctuate, or does it stay like 1, 2, 3? Like, is it in that?
It stays in that 1 to 5 range when I'm looking. I'm not always, because the camera's over here, so I can't. I'm not always looking at it. But when I do, it fluctuates. But there is always when you finish a live, it's always between 300 and 500 views.
The reason I ask is because my thoughts about TikTok are that it doesn't necessarily translate over to the subscribers for YouTube as much as it just gets you the following on TikTok. And I know that, you know, YouTube Shorts and TikTok, I get it. They're kind of one and the same, and they're trying to do the same thing. But the TikTok, the For You page on TikTok, I actually came across your live stream on the For You page. Number one, you're my friend. Number two, you're doing content that I follow keywords for, right?
Who, Jeff?
Yes. Yeah. But I came across his live stream in the For You page before he even sent me the link telling me that he was live. And so I'm wondering if you get views from the For You page, and that's why you see that number, you know, fluctuate like that, because that's a good method to take if you want to show views.
I haven't dug through the analytics enough on I'm just going by what I see. And some people say they followed me here and then followed me on, or they look at one of my other videos where it has it has my YouTube channel at the end. Right. Or whatever, or they find it, they just look it up, or they find it. But I do get some messages saying, "Oh, subscribe to your YouTube channel." I'm also in the gaming category, so if you want to watch gaming, you're in there as well. Because it says join. It actually says join from the gaming category or whatever it says.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It doesn't say you join from the For You page, and I haven't dug through the analytics.
Because I've seen other live videos on TikTok as I'm scrolling through that For You page. I mean, most of them are women in scantily clad outfits shaking their booties. But hey, don't be mad at me for what I watch on TikTok. Okay, I was on Anthony's page.
Yeah.
I just wonder. You know, when we talk analytics and we talk about the numbers that you guys see streaming, if you see. You know, that stuff translate over, if you know that it's translating over from there.
I only know when they tell me, and some people will message and say, they'll send me a little message saying I subscribed or I followed you on YouTube as well, or Twitch. Some people say they followed me on Twitch. I get a bunch of those. I do. And Twitch, you're full of trolls. There's always spammers. You know, there's always my friend Jim, I think I mentioned this. My friend Jim loves when he's on Twitch. He keeps going, when's the big follow trolls going to come in? Because he wants to try to engage. He wants to try to engage. And then he's like, one day in my chat, he's like, it only costs $2 a follower. I can't remember, or however much he actually was looking it up while he was on.
It is good for the any feed, any back and forth is good for your analytics. So it's good to comment. Let's see.
I've shouted him out before. He'll pop into my my TikTok. He'll pop over there because he knows about the analytics. So he pops around from all. So he's always popping in on the different channels that I don't live stream at, because that's against the YouTube the Twitch terms of service, Ryzak. So I do not do that.
I don't ever see you streaming on Twitch when I see you streaming at other places. Let's just make that clear.
That is correct. You would never see that.
Usually I see you on YouTube and I see you on TikTok, and then I see a post that says that you're on Twitch another time. So
yeah, that's too much for me. But I want to Cloud gaming.
However,
Dad said to get to
hold
the-
on a second. How is that against the terms of service when StreamYard lets you stream to YouTube and Twitch at the same time?
Let me explain because Jeff has it incorrect. Y'all guys been going on and on. Am I on the show? I'm on the show. Listen, all right, Jeff, that's not illegal unless you get into the partnership on Twitch. So I'm an affiliate. I'm a Twitch affiliate, right? You got to do all this stuff.
am I.
You are? Okay,
Yes.
then I'll shut up.
Okay.
Then yes, then you cannot stream at the same time as you stream on YouTube.
Sean says that he would stream, but he sucks at gaming. So Sean, how about you come on Game Over and be a contestant next season, and then that'll be your intro into streaming.
Hold on, I wanted to,
I want to go back. I think Bruce should do shorts.
Thank you.
All in favor of Bruce doing shorts.
You pulling up stuff on the screen, but we're not even because I wanted to say I agree with Bruce, and I wanted to give him credit again. Bruce, my Tuesday night show, Triple Slam, that's Bruce playing the guitar. Bruce actually does. He allowed me to use his, guitaring for
Bruce,
my intro.
another one
So
I want to see Bruce like foot up on the amp, guitar in hand,
right?
like just this long sweaty hair hanging down.
Yeah,
over
man.
Him.
Yeah,
That's
man.
what I want. That's the short that I want.
There you go. There's your request. Bruce, you know what? Bruce is another one. Bruce is in always pops into my chats.
He is a community
in my
champion.
stream. He is another one. If we're shouting out community champions, Bruce always pops in and has some good feedback and good whatnot. Just Lee. Hopefully gets to 1,000 subs and 4,000 watch hours. I don't know how many watch hours.
You know what's crazy though? No, here's the thing. I was watching. Go back to the Lee thing. I was watching. Because everybody knows Lee, right? He's loved. I was watching this week on Tuesday. I was watching. And think about it, I met Lee. It's less than a year now, right? It's crazy. So I was watching the Rock Review show, and he just randomly was like, "Oh, Lee got 950 subscribers." I was like, "Damn, really? He got 950. I knew him like yesterday, but come to see, he didn't have. I don't know why he threw out that number, but he got like 867, I think, last time I seen. But I think it goes to show he's a good guy. He definitely deserved it.
Well,
If he didn't pay, because remember, I'm watching. All right, I'm watching the Stadia community. So if he didn't pay, I think he deserves it. Look what he did for the community from the 24-hour stream.
Lee works super hard. He's consistent.
He does.
He does a lot of streams. He brings a lot of people in. He does giveaways. He's got his own giveaways. He's got his own Discord channel. Like he's putting in work.
Yeah, and I felt like the giveaways definitely helped boost John Scar. Like look when he was doing that.
We've talked about that before. I think that the giveaways are a dead giveaway to recruit, but that's it's set up right. It's a proven method. It's set up, and if you can do it, and that's the way that you can do it,
right?
I got no shame in your game. No shame in your game.
Oh, that's why he said it. Okay, that's why he said it. Yeah, so
thanks for the context, Lee.
Yeah, thanks. Because I was like,
our stream of Lee.
That
might be too much of a good thing.
We've already had one once before.
We already had it.
Unfortunately, ugly ass Ray was in there and kind of ruined it.
Yeah, he did kind of ruin it for me too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I did set my alarm, and I woke up at 3 a.m. so I could join their stream that day.
I remember.
Yeah.
I played with Blake a little bit that day.
I would love to get together with Lee and do something else charity wise. I think that was a great event. Yeah. So you guys went to Bojangles?
My wife just walked through. She never been to Bojangles, but she wanted to when we went to.
How could you not have had Bojangles?
We had this up. We did discuss this, Lee. Yeah. We did discuss Lee. Yeah, it is. I agree. I've put a lot of time in. My subs are going up, and I get a lot from the retro streams. I get both on Twitch and a bunch of people on thingy. TikTok.
Well, think about it. It was just last year when I was running hard trying to get to 1,000. And the SBC really did help me out big time. And I remember Spectre. I'll never forget it. He was like, "Dude, you're gonna get to 1,000 before this is over." I was like, "Bro, ain't no way I'm getting to 1,000 before this is over." Like I'm telling you. And
how is Spectre? Have you talked to him lately?
The last time I talked to him was last was Tuesday because he couldn't do his spot.
Yeah,
So
didn't he
texted
stream
me
a
and
week
said,
or two? Didn't he
hey,
stream like a couple weeks ago?
Yeah, last week I think he did, but this week he said, "Hey, something came up. I can't."
We
do
need
my
a
stream."
we need
I
a
said,
Spectre sighting. We need a
No, he's good.
SPCN
He's good.
Spectre
Things is
sighting.
getting better with him.
What is
But,
what is for the Canadian in the room? What is Bojangles? Is that something I should know?
It's a chicken place, kind of
Yeah.
along the lines of KFC, Popeyes, but it's got
Oh,
like
okay.
it's got like a
And I don't have
Cajun
one
spicy
either.
flavor to the chicken, so it's good. It's good.
Oh, okay.
So you gotta try some. Come to the South and get you some Bojangles. Get you a Bowberry biscuit in the morning.
You said
Shout
this
out
a
to
few.
Bojangles.
You said this a few times. Is North Carolina the South?
Yes,
Yes.
Okay.
The
It's like north in the
Mason-Dixon
name.
line, which runs
It's-
through Virginia, is considered the line between the North and the South. So if
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
south of the Mason-Dixon line, you're in the
Okay.
South.
All right.
So Mason-Dixon
You're
line
called
runs
North,
right
you're called
around
North
like
Carolina. So I'm like, we're in North Carolina. Come to the South, and I just I just
South.
remember.
I mean, South Dakota's in the north.
Okay.
So I mean, like
All right, I'll take your
it
word
is
for it.
what it is.
All right.
But-
My U.S. geography obviously apparently sucks.
I mean, there's North Jersey and South Jersey, so
Mhm.
but they're both in the north. We don't really count them as being here.
Ray,
Now, what about North America and South
Ray,
America?
Ray-
North Carolina, come on and raise up.
Ray, if the
Don't know that
Cowboys
song,
win
dude.
tonight, you're
Right
going to want to.
ahead, drug ahead, look out the. Sorry.
That's a Carolina Hurricanes theme song, baby.
Ray, if the
Petey.
Cowboys win tonight, you're going to want to block and mute me on Twitter. That's all I can say. And I will not be offended if you do.
While
I know you're going to
Anthony's-
come back. I know you're going to come back and say they're not going to win. I
While
understand
Anthony's
that.
eating, let's talk some football real quick. Give him a minute to wolf down his food. So you
All
got
right.
the Cowboys tonight. The rest of the world that's not a Cowboys fan.
Who
has
said
the
I'm eating?
Buccaneers, okay, I can hear you. Your lips are chopping. Nom, 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 nom. That's what you're doing. Look at you cleaning your teeth. Don't lie to me.
I'm not eating.
So you got it in your throat. You can't even talk right. You gotta
Wouldn't be no yes men if you weren't eating.
That's right. It's dinner time. So you've got the Cowboys tonight. Give me your honest prediction for how good you think Dak is going to do tonight in his first live action. Well, I guess his first regular season live action, right? What's your
No,
predictions for Dak?
He didn't play in the preseason. Neither did Aaron Rodgers. Neither did other players. So, I have no context, so I don't.
Bow time. All right,
I'm gonna be ordering wings. I can see him putting up at least 400 yards passing. I think they've got
So
a
you
couple
think the defending champs on the day that they are going to celebrate their Super Bowl victory, Dak's going to throw 400 on them?
Yeah, I think he's going to exploit a couple of weaknesses in their secondary.
The guy who hasn't
I-
played in a year is going to exploit people.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think Ray is right. Zeke will probably get less than 100 yards because Zach Martin is out. If Zach Martin was in when and Ray can argue with me that he's probably the best offensive lineman or at least in the top 3 offensive linemen in the country.
So do
he
you
is
don't
out.
think that Zach Martin's loss won't be an impact to Dak's, the pressure that gets to Dak? His protection is what I was trying to say.
No, he'll get the ball out very quick. He'll get the ball out very fast.
Okay.
He'll get the ball out very fast. I think there's enough holes in their defense. If this was week 5 or week 6, my answer would be different, but this is week 1. Everybody is spewing facts from last year. We won't mention Aaron's name, and he's like, "Oh, top 5 defense." You haven't played a game yet, so you're a top nothing defense.
So that argument works for you too, because you think you're going to win the Super Bowl and nobody's played a game yet.
It is true, but we have to believe.
So he has to believe it's a top 5 defense.
My boy Scooter Magruder. Shout out to my boy Scooter Magruder.
Ray said the kicker is going to have to carry the Cowboys. That's Greg the Leg Zerline.
That would be Greg the Leg. That would be him. So I can see because remember, before he got injured, Dak was putting up 500 yards a game. So I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I think he's good for at least 400 tonight. I think Zeke may break one and get close to 100, but I think he'll break one. I think you're going to see a lot of Zeke in the passing game. You're going to see a lot of Pollard in the passing game. Don't count out the tight ends. I don't count out the tight ends.
You like saying the position tight ends. You said that a lot the other night in your stream during the draft. You kept repeating tight ends, tight ends, tight ends. Yeah,
that is a position, and that is a position.
I get it, but the way you were saying it just made me think that you were looking at Ray's butt or something. I don't know. Yeah. Let me ask you this question, because Anthony's back, and then we're going to get into something else. But do you think that Zeke is going to wear the diamond-studded belly button ring tonight, or do you think that he's going to
hope
in
so.
the locker room?
God, I hope so.
That's the only bet that I care about right there.
God, I hope so. God, I hope so.
All right.
God, I hope so.
Hey, are we going to talk about the last article that you shared with us? You don't have to share the article, but are we going to talk about that topic, or where do you want to go now?
What was the last article I shared?
I think it was about
I share a lot of crap, and I
think it was about platform specific people streaming outside of that platform specific.
Well, I thought that. I was just making a statement.
Okay. All right.
I thought Anthony wanted to bring it up.
Bring up what?
Platform specific people who have secondary channels. I don't think I have an issue with it.
Yeah.
If they want to have a primary, they want to have
I don't understand. Explain it.
Well, there's a lot of YouTubers that have multiple channels. One may be specific to PlayStation or gameplay. Then they might have another channel for shorts. They might have another channel for other things. So a lot of, Tim has one. You guys probably don't even know who Smitty is, but Smitty has one. So there's lots of YouTubers who have multiple channels. Like Eric Wayweather is big in the Madden community. He's got a shorts channel. So a lot of people have multiple channels.
Yeah, so let me touch on that. To be honest with you,
or is it disingenuous if you say you're a platform? I'm a PlayStation guy, but I'm going to have this other channel over here where I dabble in other nonsense.
Yeah, well, I'm going to explain to you. To be honest with you, when I took my channel serious and said I want to have it monetized, I just went crazy and watching all the videos from the pros, what to do, what not to do. To be honest with you, the pros will tell you make one channel for a specific thing. So, like I'm doing it wrong. But everything channel, the pros say no. It's just I had my channel for so long. I figure, okay, well, once I turn on the ability to make money, then my viewers will have so much more content. But I'm doing it wrong. So it actually will benefit you more if you find your niche, you find your thing you're good at, and then you create a channel just around that. That's really how the pros say it. But I see a lot more people have been doing more of an everything channel, kind of biting my style, I gotta admit. But technically my style is wrong. So
because you have said quite a few times that you're a Stadia advocate, but that your channel is all the content, right?
That's right.
So
yeah,
you just do it all in one. You don't have a secondary channel for your treadmill videos or
right.
You just do it all under one.
I'll say this because the YouTube analytics when I put out a review, like if you look at my channel, my reviews just are killing everything else. They just do good, right? But
what's the last review
not what
I
want to be. Huh?
What's the last review you did? When did you do a review last?
I don't even know.
It's been a while, man.
I was just about to say, but that's not what I want to be known for. I just review what I buy, right? So when I buy a product, matter of fact, perfect example.
Well, I guess movie reviews is what you've been doing more of.
Yeah, but movie reviews doesn't do well. Movie reviews, product reviews, let me distinguish it. And let me say what's up to Cloud. Cloud just jumped in. He's a PlayStation guy, and he had me on his show. This has been cool, the cross-pollination. He was on my show. He had me on his show. He didn't have me on his show, now I think about it. I was on the other show he's a co-host on. But so I want to give a shout out to him as well. But he actually just texted me and said, "Yo, you doing a show?" And I was like, "Oh, I apologize." I was like, "Bro, I do a show every day but Friday and Saturday," which is crazy now I think about it, because I only wanted to do Tuesday and Wednesday. Anyway, but my product reviews do really well, and the YouTube analytics grabs that. and just push it out there. So if I only did product reviews, my channel would just go crazy because the YouTube analytics got to sift through all my different content. Then if you get a person who watched the treadmill video and they want to watch my reviews, they come to my channel and go, what the hell is this? Stadia, what is that? What is a No Yes Man? What is a Sandy and Anthony show? I wanted to see reviews. And then people no one pay attention to the playlist. There's a playlist tab. Nobody, I don't do it, but I have, you know,
like to
I don't know,
organize.
80 something playlists or whatever.
You like
But
to organize.
yeah.
It's funny. This is a little off topic, but today I was trying to convince a guy that works with me to come play in my stream later tonight, right?
Mhm.
And
Oh, this is the Work Stadia guy.
well, it's a different one. It's a different
Oh.
one. So I was trying to get him to come play, and I'm telling him like, look, man, you can sign up for free. You get the month. The 3 games they're playing tonight, you can just claim, and one of them is free. So you don't have to pay anything to join in tonight and play, right? He was like, oh, I forgot to tell you, because I'd asked him, let me back up. I said, what are you doing tonight? He was like, oh, I don't know. I'm probably just going to chill at home. Then I went into the, hey, you should come play. He's like, I don't know. And I was telling him all that. And he was like, oh, I forgot to tell you, I'm going to the gym tonight around that time. And I was like, oh, well, the good thing is you can play Stadia on the treadmill while you're at the gym. Right? Like, I was just hitting him with everything. And he's like, come on, man, you're killing me. But you talking about the treadmill and saying Stadia made me think about that because it's true. I mean, you can take it anywhere. You got no excuses.
Yeah, that treadmill video, I got like 50,000 something views on it or something like that.
Why haven't you
Crazy.
done the treadmill video playing Stadia?
You know what's crazy? So many people wrote on a treadmill video, oh, can you do a video of putting oil on a treadmill? And I said it. I said, I'm not going to give it
just
away
read the
for
comment.
free. And I was going to wait to, I got monetized to make more treadmill videos because but I just never did. It's just not what I want to do, right? Like I just review stuff when I buy it. Now, yesterday I bought a submergible pump. If you look at my phone, you'll see me walking in Lowe's. I bought the pump and I was gonna, I just do stuff. I don't randomly go out and say, oh, if you look around my house, anything I purchase, I made a review, but I don't just
What'd you buy
go
the
and
pump
say,
for? The pool?
No, my crawl space got flooded. Well, I thought it got flooded again. And I was like, damn it, you know what? I was gonna buy a wet vac that have a connector that you could put on so you could connect your water hose to it. So what you suck up will go out, right? So when I went to buy it, the guy was like, no, get a thing called submergible pump. It's going to be better. You could just toss it in there, hook up. It's exactly what you need. So I bought it and I went to do my clean out yesterday and come to find out when I was cutting the grass the other day, I thought it was flooded, but it was really a lot of light out. So when I looked at my crawl space, I just seen a big amounts of water. I was like, damn it. So when I went to do it yesterday, after I got off my stream yesterday, I changed my clothes. I'm about to get dirty, whatever. And I went to clean my my clean out, and it just went smooth. I'm like, damn, why the hell? This is just going through smooth. I'm not getting a blockage. I pull it back up. I said, let me go look. Got the flashlight. It's dark, so I could see everything. Pull away the crawl space cover, jump in there, look. And I'm like, oh man, it's not even flooded. It was rainwater because we had storm recently. So it was just that little bit of water, but it's like an optical illusion. When I looked the other day when it was light out, I thought it went all the way back and my whole crawl space was flooded, but it wasn't. So I bought the submergible pump for nothing, but I'm gonna keep it because
you should.
As
a homeowner,
yeah,
you can use it for other things too. You can take the water
Oh,
out
yeah.
the pool if you need.
Oh
to.
yeah, that's what I was telling Sandy. The guy said it. He said I use it sometimes for my pool when we cover the pool
Yep.
and the water gets on top of the thing. You could just throw it in, blah blah blah.
You
And
I'm a
actually,
tools guy,
how come you've never done a pool stream?
you know what's crazy? I did. My stepdad for a living, Monday through Friday, he opens and closes pools. He builds pools. He the liners, everything, right? So on the weekend he does kettle corn. That's how my channel
I
got
love some kettle corn,
whatever.
man. That's
So-
south too.
Anyway, I did a video of when we went and closed my friend pool. I actually recorded us closing the pool. So I have a how-to video on how to close a pool. Dude, if you name it, I got a video. on my
that's
channel.
not what I meant.
He
What?
wants you completely stripped down, laying on the floaty.
You want me to do a skinny? You want me to do a skinny dipping video in the pool?
No, you can have clothes on.
He wants
So-
you to do it in close.
We don't
Here's
want
what's
we don't want G million content.
Here's what's cool. I have a bunch of videos. One of the things I reviewed, which is really cool, it's a snorkel mask. So they came out a couple years ago, a full snorkel mask. It covers your whole face. I got a bunch of videos on my channel, me swimming underwater because my Note 8 is waterproof.
Are you
Yeah, but
like me? And when you
why
put
don't
the
you play
snorkel on?
Stadia? Why aren't you playing Stadia from your pool, lying there on
I
your
was
pool?
thinking, you know, it'd be cool if I was playing Stadia underwater. That was, bro. That
Oh,
would
yeah.
maybe
Are
next
you like
time.
me?
I'll
And
do
when
it.
you put the snorkel on, you just try to see how much water you can blow out.
No. So this
That's
thing
all
is
I was
different. The snorkel mask covers your whole face.
Right,
It's
I've
a
seen it.
pretty cool invention. Yeah. So like no water could touch your face, whereas usually the traditional snorkel covers your face and
have
you
the
got the thing in your
mouth,
mouth.
for the
No,
blow.
this thing is like a glass. You look like Cobra Commander with a glass thing over it, and the
Underwater.
snorkel
John-
comes out the top. It's
John
pretty
Scar
neat.
was going to go to the top of the CN Tower and play Stadia from the highest point in the world.
Well, somebody,
Yeah,
one of
highest
the
something.
one of the guys over on, oh God, who was it? Was it Chris? I think it was Chris. Went over in England. He went up to one of the buildings in London and played, didn't he?
Yeah, I think that's where John got the idea because he said, "Should I
Yeah.
do one?"
Yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, we don't really have too many tall buildings here in North Carolina. So I guess what I'll do is I'll just go stream from Ray's mom's house, and
That'd be compelling.
and that'll help.
You should stream from Ray's mom house while you're doing an event.
You know what I should do in all honesty is I should go right up the road to Epic Games and I should just sit out in the parking lot and I should
And play
just
play Stadia.
just stream Stadia.
Troll
From the
Epic
Epic Games
Games
parking
by
lot.
playing Stadia.
Yeah.
In the Epic, and you got to
go.
do that live. That would be.
I can't go in
You
the
know-
parking lot because they've got no
You know what,
soliciting signs.
You know
Not
what
that
people
I
don't talk
haven't.
about? You know what people don't talk about anymore? It was a flash in the pan. And I was gonna go there and make a video. The Google
OnlyFans?
place that came in New York.
Oh, I've seen a couple people say
Yeah,
that
I've seen- I
they
still-
still go.
Jackie
I don't
says
hear
in
anybody
real
talk
life
about it.
troll. Wait, where is that list? There you go. In real
Yes.
life troll. That's
That's what I'm doing. I'm gonna go right over to Epic Games. We're gonna
What
do
did
that
you say?
next
You
week.
can't get in the parking lot. Is it? They got
You
like a
can.
security?
It's not gated off. They just have signs that say no soliciting. So what I could do is I could just set up
You
right on the sidewalk. That's
You're
right
not.
at
so-
the
But you're not
entrance.
soliciting. You're trolling.
But I can just set up on the sidewalk. You know, and just
Yeah.
it was cool when
Well-
Fortnite came out. They had the battle bus up there, so everybody used to go up there and
That's
take pictures. With
Well,
the
I
bus.
do want to say this. We were speaking of pools, and my wife said, "When are you going to be done?" And I was like, "I don't know," because today she actually vacuumed the pool out today, and today she wants to put the cover on. So I told her, "Well, when my show's over." So she's kind of like, "All right." When I thought you said you were going to help me, I'm like, "I am." When I'm done.
Mhm.
So whenever we get done, I do have to help her put the cover on the pool.
Well, just for the record, I'm off tomorrow, so I'm probably going to be all over the place. I'm going to try to do some stuff for my wife. Don't tell her I'm going to work around the house, and then
Nice.
I'm going to play. I'm going to play games. I might see if I can jump in with William tomorrow. Play with William. Actually, William's probably going to play Red Dead. But if you guys Ray's in here, if you guys play Rainbow Six, I'll jump in and play some Rainbow Six.
Nice.
I needed a me day, man. Work's been kicking my ass, so I went into work on Tuesday. It's a short week anyway. I'm taking off Friday. So
Well,
That's
I have
cool.
off on Monday, but because Sandy's getting surgery on her foot, so she can't walk for 6 weeks.
she did break it off in your ass the other day, so it's only right that you fix it for her.
So I got to take her to her appointment. And then she said, here's what's cool. Guys, Stadia. So she said, yeah. So the people said it's going to be like a 90-minute wait. And then you're going to have to wait for her to recover, a 90-minute surgery, wait for her to recover. So she was like, so maybe you should just bring your little controller with your phone thing. And I was like, yeah, I don't really have to go home. I got to play my Stadia in the waiting room or in my car or wherever.
That's what I used to do when I used to take my son to hockey practice last year when they wouldn't let us in the hockey rink. I had to sit in the parking lot for an hour. So I'd sit there and game. And that's where I tried to play Rocket League on GFN. And it told me I had to wait 31 minutes for a server. I said, forget that. So anyway, Jeff is in total football mode right now. He's got the countdown going on in his head. He's probably got like the little football, like chip bowl ready to go. Like it's the damn Super Bowl. I can't see that. It's too bright.
You guys know what's cool?
Wings.
But hold on, let me say this real quick. Guys, there are 8 likes, and I just liked myself, so my bad. 8 likes and 18 people watching right now. Can we get some likes on this video? And can you guys also subscribe to Jeff's channel? He's at 512 subscribers. We got 18 people watching. I know not everybody is a subscriber, so can we subscribe? Here's what's cool about No Yes Men. We have our No Yes Men channel, that you guys could subscribe to, but you don't have to. It's just a hub. I didn't even know who was hosting today. I only know when I'm hosting because it's so cool that even when Cloud Data say, "Hey, are you doing a show?" I say, "Yeah, let me send you the link." I just send the link because we have our one hub, so it's really cool. And I don't remember which one of you clowns was streaming today. Happened to be Jeff.
It was Jeff because of my catastrophe last week. I'm gonna be honest. That really put me in a mood last week, man.
Yeah, it really
bummed.
did.
So I apologize. I'm trying.
Yeah, but I liked you got me into Wave Break. I was watching your Wave Break stream, and I probably wouldn't have played it, but I watched you play. I'm like, all right, you know what?
Wave Break is fun. Again, the problem that I have is even last night and okay, I got a funny story for you. This will kind of go along with what I did. So Monday, was it Monday or was it Sunday? John Scars did a stream of Wave Break.
Okay.
I didn't know he was streaming. I didn't go on YouTube. I didn't look at anything. I literally just turned on my TV because it got quiet in my house. So everybody went to go take naps. Yes, everybody in my house takes naps except for me, which is glorious because that's game time. So I turn on the TV, turn on the Chromecast, and jump into Wave Break. And just for shits and giggles, I was like, you know what? Let me try a multiplayer. The cool thing about Wave Break is that you can look for a multiplayer game while you just go into a custom game and play against bots, and it will continue to search for you. So next thing I know, I'm in the game with the bots. I end the game with the bots, and then it puts me into another screen, and it shows me in a lobby with people. And I look up, and the person that's in this lobby is Predatored, who I think you guys know, ex-Predatored on Twitter. Yep. John Scars and Ninja X. And I was like, oh, what do you think? That's a coincidence. These are guys that I know. And so we play. And Ninja Guy X is good. I think he won the first game. I think the second game I won. I'll just be nice and say won. It was a little bit more than winning. But then it dawned on me, and it was like, you know what? I bet you John is streaming. And so I jump over on Twitter, and sure enough, he was ending his stream. So I randomly jumped into the game that he was streaming multiplayer, and did not treat him very nice on his stream. So I apologize for that, John Scars.
Nice is for losers. You're supposed to win and dominate, man.
I did.
Good. Well, say it. Own that, man. Don't be like, I won. It was a little bit more than winning.
I was ready. I was ready to whoop Jeff in some Madden this weekend since it was free. And he's scared, and he went and got banned.
Out.
I got banned.
So Ray, I don't know, is Madden crossplay? Can we play Madden crossplay? All right. Well, Ray, you get it for free this weekend too. So Ray, you're gonna have to see me on the field this weekend.
What about
for some Madden.
We didn't say how the golf game is free. PGA Tour is free for Stadium. How cool is that?
Yeah, it's a year and a half old, and it's buggy as hell. But yeah, great.
I saw some tweets about that. I played it a little bit at the end of my stream last night. Okay, Bruce will tell me I suck at golf, which is not wrong. But I played it. It seemed okay. I was kicking the ball around. And
how long did it take? How long did it take you to play?
How long did it take me? What do you mean? What do you mean?
My gripe with the PGA game, and this was my gripe because I bought it. I was day one. I purchased it, played it. I've gone through an entire season. Like I played hard on PGA when it came out. This is before I started streaming. It takes forever for that game to load. It takes forever for that game to load in between screens. You click the button to say that you want to confirm something, and you don't even get the spinny thing. It just like sits there, and it looks like it's frozen.
Go back to my stream. Go back and check the end of my stream. I did not.
Updated it.
Bruce was watching because he was making fun of me through the whole time. The screens were loading.
Golf games are fun. It just takes forever to load. And maybe
but here's this.
People try. I did not notice that last night. I did not experience that last night when I played.
What are you saying?
Well, look at this. People say that, right? But one of the most beloved games on Stadia is Rainbow Six. And god damn, when you press play to start the game, I'm like, yo, this game takes a long time to get started, man. But who's complaining?
I'm not a golf guy. I went.
I am, so that's why I care about.
Yeah, that. See, real golf. I went once. I had a bad experience at real golf. and that's because I couldn't get it past the stupid windmill.
Mm.
Had to get the drumsticks out for that.
The putt, huh? Tell Crow, answer Crow's question. He
I
says,
will. I
Jeff,
just wanted,
why
yeah.
is Jeff
Bruce was
banned?
watching me play, and it was just, the very beginning, there was this, whatever you had to do, the practice part. I was like, okay, I suck at this. Get me out of here and just let me just whack the ball, right? So, now what's to say? Meg and Jim tried PJ for an hour before they finally could get it to work. So I did not. I did it for the last like 15 minutes of my stream last night, except for the stupid practice. That I'm like, I don't want to do this. Get me out of here. I finally figured out how to get rid of that. I just dove into something and I was just bopping along. So
Jeff, I guess you're smarter than them.
Maybe so.
So
We'll
I don't know.
see.
I don't know. I don't know. I say give it a try. It was-
I'll
definitely
give it
try.
another go.
Well, I play every single free game on Stadia.
Well,
so
I'll play you
I
in
do
some
a first
PGA.
look.
Let's go. I'm trying to challenge some people, man. I'm tired of y'all being all nice to each other and stuff.
I
I
just
want
like to-
competition.
I just like to win. So challenge me in something that I actually
Go.
play.
this weekend.
Well, if you're that good, you should be able to play anything.
I am not that good. Bruce will attest to Bruce will attest to how bad I am at
And
golf.
even if not, Jeff, you should just want to play with us because it's fun to play with people.
I
So, well, here's the
played.
thing, Rajay.
I played with you in Wave Break, although you were
did.
kicking my ass, and I had no idea. And I only been playing for like 10 minutes.
It's okay.
So I was
I'm
the
trying to
first
teach
to I was the first to sign up for your thing tonight.
Mm-hmm.
But the longer, if I don't get this cover put on, I don't think it should take that long. Though. We're just gonna all hold the cover, right? Drag it over the pool, put it down, and somebody's gonna pull the rope, and it should be good, right?
Jeff, you doing your fantasy football show tonight, or are you going to play tonight?
Neither.
Son of a bitch.
Damn.
He can't even play with me and watch the Cowboys out of the side of
Well,
his
there
eye.
might be new people watching. Explain your thing tonight.
And I'm going to be honest with you, Jeff. You could always jump in. What time's the game start? 8:20.
Yeah.
By 8:20, you're going to be out of the competition anyway. So
Most likely.
you should just join in.
Most likely. But the wings are coming. The wings will
That's
be coming.
good.
The wings are coming. I got to I got to get some pre-game TikToks going. I've got to tweet out my food. I've got to TikTok
God,
my
man.
food.
Then
I-
how about we work towards wrapping up, and I'll go ahead and start just by saying what we got going on tonight. So we're doing a SBCN Throwdown Thursday tonight. I'm looking for people that want to play competitively. Let's compete. They have multiplayer games. Let's play multiplayer. So we're going to start off with Super Bomberman R Online because we can have a lot of people in that game. And guess what? It's free. So even if you do not have Stadia, you can sign up tonight and you can play all of these games that I am going to play through tonight for free. For free. All you got to do is sign up and you can play them. So we're going to start with Super Bomberman R. The top 4 people that finish in Super Bomberman R. So you've got to win, okay? So we're going to do it kind of like we did for the Summer Community Championship, okay? We're going to play a whole game, and if you win, you're already on. So we pull you out. And then we go again, and you win, and you get pulled out. You win, you get pulled out, you win, you get pulled out. So once we get 4, those 4 are going to jump into Wave Break, and they're going to play the death match of Wave Break, best of 3, okay? Best of 3 for the death match in Wave Break. And then the top 2 people out of those 3 games are going to move on to Killer Queen Black 1v1, Queen versus Queen.
No bots.
No bots, and that's a best of 5 already set up. So best of 5 to close it out, and then we're going to find out who's going to be the champ tonight.
Sounds great.
That sounds
So that's
awesome.
what we're gonna do at 8:00 over on my channel. So if you didn't get to sign up, just come on into the stream and we'll get you in. You just need to be my friend on Stadia.
You may not know the answer to this, but is it the game's going to change every week? Or are you going to stick with these ones for now? And again, you may not know the answer yet.
No,
You may not
okay.
have thought of next week.
So what I wanted to do was I wanted to do the games that I knew everybody could play first, right? And then maybe the breakdown will change going forward. So I really wanted to do Wave Break because I've had a lot of fun playing that game. It's a 4-player game. And so it's like, what other 4-player games do we have? Well, we have Cake Bash. We could do Cake Bash, but does everybody own Cake Bash, right? I wanted to find a way for people to play the games without having to buy them, without having any excuses that they couldn't get them. So all 3 of these games tonight fit that bill.
You should call it the Stadia Pro Games Challenge.
Hey,
So that
maybe
way
we do
people-
that going forward.
automatically know, like, well, I don't know that game, bro. It's in the title. If
Yep.
you don't sit the hell down.
Because that's what my my buddy at work that's going to be playing with us tonight, the cable guy, he was like,
Right.
you know, I don't see where I can claim Super Bomberman. I said, that's because you just play it. He goes, well, how do I claim it? I said, you just play it. It's yours. It's a free game.
Right.
So you don't have to do anything with it. You just play it, and then it's just in your library, right?
How crazy is that? That's baffling for people. You know, the only time you could get that experience is pretty much with a phone game. Well,
Yep.
I guess you could play Fortnite on the consoles for free. Oh, well, and you don't have to pay for internet anymore with free-to-play games.
And I just
But-
want to say that Ray's in there talking about, I need to bring my box of tissues for PGA. Ray, you need to bring your ass over to the stream, and you need to play against us tonight. That's what you need to do.
He ain't gonna show up.
He ain't gonna show up. He ain't gonna show up. Forgot his oil can.
Anyways,
So anyway,
guys.
I'm 8 o'clock over on my channel. Come and join. Let's have some fun. Go ahead, Anthony.
Yep. All right, so I'm gonna go through my schedule. AKA
geez.
the king of content. Take Ray off my thing, man. I don't want him covering. Thank you. So anyway, guys, on Monday, this Monday will be the first inaugural episode of Marvel Mondays, and I feel bad because I can't remember who said it on Twitter, but somebody said it first. It's stuck, but it's deemed Marvel Mondays, aka Stadia Avengers. 5:30 p.m. Eastern. I'm gonna have something cool. So guys, make sure you check it out, and it's gonna be cool. All right, and it's a stream, and I'm looking. And Crow is the only person I got on the list so far. He's gonna kick this thing off with me. He's gonna be a partner with me as I play, and I'll reach out to some of the other guys.
What time did you say? You said 5:30 Eastern?
5:30 Eastern. Yes, sir. PM.
And it's co-op.
Yes, it's.
You're just-
I'm looking for.
you're
I'm
just
looking for
running
two more people. Right, we're gonna play missions. I mean, you'll wait till you see. All right. Now,
Can I
Tuesdays-
come play with my 11 power character?
so at some point, I would like to see if we could beat the family reunion of Mega Level Threat, but we won't just cap it off as that. You know, we could definitely have some people.
He let me play one game when him and Crow were doing some stuff, and I'm not that level. But he said, "Come on in." I was in a random parking lot out of town.
So
So-
my power level 11 should be fine. So
Yeah, you should be fine. Tuesdays, I'm doing my Stadia Bash Community Network stream. I've been doing recently. It's called Triple Slam. It's me. I start off at 6 p.m. 7 p.m. is my wife. My daughter Lena, and 8 p.m. is my wife, Sandy Beaches. We each do an hour, and then we pass it off to the next person. The guy in the chat named Bruce does our theme music, which is epic. So come on over there. You never know what you're gonna get. One time we had Ryzex, dumb self, jump in on my wife's part of her stream. He was a guest. She even had Doc Dark as a guest. You never know. Lena had some guests before, but we typically we each of us play games, and it's a lot of fun. Then
notice everybody
Wednesdays,
shows up for the daughter and the wife. Nobody shows up for him though, right?
that might be true. Might be some truth to that. So Wednesday, the show I'm really fond of. I get a bunch of people that get together. That's not Stadia people, but Stadia people are welcome. It's called Keeping It Real with the Cowboy Gamer Talk. 5:30 p.m. Eastern on Wednesdays. And the cool thing about the show is you can bring topics, you can bring your own questions, and as well, if you're in the chat talking, I'll pull you right in, and anybody I'll pull in. And if you want to have a voice, you could just jump in on the show, whether you like PlayStation, Xbox, Stadia, you name it. Then Thursdays, which is today, I work with these losers. We do No Yes Men, so it's either on my channel, Jeff channel, or Ryzex channel. 5:30 Eastern PM again. There's a theme there if you guys see it. Besides the Triple Slam, but at 6 o'clock. But do you notice no one does a 5 o'clock slot on the SPCN at all? That's why I do a lot of my stuff around
It's
it.
hard to get home and get situated by 5 o'clock for Eastern, you know. So
Yeah. I get off at 4:30. I take about I'll say 35 minutes to get home. So 5:30 is kind of perfect. Anyway, so 5:30 p.m. Eastern on Thursdays, you see me with these guys. Then later on that night, I do the Sandy Anthony show at 9 o'clock p.m. Eastern. That's a talk show with my wife and I. We just sit in the bed. We do skits called Daisy and Duke. My wife does raunchy jokes. So if you're not ready for that, just get ready. And then typically I don't do anything on Fridays and Saturdays. I like to go to movies on Fridays, but I do a show on Sundays, almost every Sunday, because if there's a movie to watch, we do a spoiler discussion. If me and Mike and I go to the movies together, we do a spoiler discussion on Sundays at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. Or we do fluctuate our regular podcast when we talk about relationships and the news and everything. So that's me, guys. But you can catch me tonight at 9:00 p.m. And you can catch me on Ryzak Show as well, whooping everybody, as I will win the whole show. If he could do it all in an hour. I don't know if that's going to be possible.
Oh, absolutely. You'll be done because you're not going to make it to the end. So
We shall see.
all right, we shall see. Jeff Janak, the great Jeff Janak. What do you got going on tonight, Jeff? Anything special?
You may want to mute and block me on Twitter if the Cowboys win, because I will be unbearable. You think I'm a prick now?
Hey, Jeff, how do you feel about this right here?
Hey, Jeff, how do you feel about this right here?
Hey, Jeff, let's close this out in style.
And just do that, just to have a bunch of.
Yeah.
I tried to watch Anthony's stream, his 8-hour stream, and because I was going to edit a piece, I was going to edit some video, and I don't know how many times, Anthony, you can answer this question. How many times people would say, "Sorry, who's talking? Wait, who said that? Wait, who's talking?" So even you people on the show,
no one says that.
Really? Do you want me to go dig out the clip?
Yeah, dig out the clip.
All right. And the other reason I didn't do a clip is that they were using a word that really, I'm like, really? Every other word started with the letter N. And I'm like, I can't cut this up. I can't mute this. I can't, like, are you crazy?
Saying,
and I have the clip. Sorry?
They kept saying no. Like, no, you got to ask for consent. Man.
No, it was a different N word, and it was like, really? That's like through the entire show. How many times was that word used? I'm like, really?
So you know what's funny?
I grew up in the 90s, man. So don't mess me.
Yeah, here's the thing. I cut that word out of my vocabulary.
That word, you couldn't say that anymore. What was come on?
No, I cut that word out of my vocabulary back in 2012. So it's been many years. But listen, people are people. I told myself if I didn't want to be so rigid for that show. All my other shows, for the most part, it's clean cut, fun. Besides, my wife is telling her raunchy jokes. But other than that, everything else is smooth. I figure that's going to be the show where, if I have a guest on and their vocabulary is a little bit different than mine, you know what? It is what it is. It's just that show for the Wednesday night. I
was going to slice up something because I showed you. I sent you guys a print screen. I had found the section. I was going to do it. I just couldn't because they were just dropping the word every 4 seconds. Every other word was that word. And I just went, you know what? I just can't be bothered. So anyways, Thursday nights, I'm obviously here. This week's on my channel. So hopefully, thanks everyone who subscribed. Tomorrow night, are you around? You going to a movie tomorrow night, Anthony?
Let me we'll see what movies are coming out, but we don't have it planned. So if you want to do that tomorrow, let me just look real quick. You can finish saying everything else. Let me just pull up the Regal app.
Tomorrow night I'll be doing a retro stream. I'm either going to be doing back to, I'm going to be back to one of my, I'm going to be back to Pirates, either that, or I am going to do.
Hey Jeff, they just put SpongeBob out on Luna today.
Awesome. And if Anthony's around, then I will do Shadow of Colossus tomorrow. If Anthony's not around, I'm going to do back to Pirates. And then on the weekend, I stream when I can. I realized I got to restart Oddworld, so I'm going to try to do that Sunday. Sunday afternoon, while I'm watching football, I will be doing some Access football because I want to play a game that actually works. And doesn't frustrate the crap out of me. Every other Sunday, so not this Sunday, but the following Sunday, we will be back with Retro Rewind. We've got some cool guests coming up.
Let me just run and ask my wife if we're doing anything tomorrow.
Okay.
I think I'm free, Jeff. I think I'm free. I'll be right back.
All right.
Man, you got really excited about that, too. Did you see the smile on his face?
I did. And in a couple of weeks, actually in October, I gave a shout out to this YouTuber, Pam, because I watched her month in review and she told me about a retro store. And I actually got Leisure Shoot Larry at that retro store, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. She is going to come on Retro Rewind in October. October 17th, she's going to be there. So that'll be quite exciting. Yes, sir.
I'm free. It's a date, buddy.
There you go. So Shadow of Colossus tomorrow, 6:30 p.m. I guess I got to make a YouTube short to try and short it up tonight.
While you and Anthony are having a date with Shadow of Colossus, Sandy and I will be going to the movies.
There you go.
I like when you tighten up a little bit. You're like, this motherfucker right here.
But you know what? The thing is, I've been called worse by way better people than Ray.
Oh man,
So-
that line doesn't get old.
I know. So, and then Mondays I got my SBCN. I might do Wave Break again. Maybe we'll do, if you're around, maybe we'll do a little Wave Break. I was kind of liking that. I kind of hinted at, I said it earlier, I will not be buying Riders Republic. It's $80. I just got no budget for that at the moment. Plus all the stuff I earned and all my cool character and stuff in the demo, in the beta, doesn't transfer over. So you got to start again.
Why is it $80? They don't have a regular
80 Canadian.
80 Canadian. That's the junior basic.
Oh.
Because Proto was bugging me saying it's only this. It's only, I sent him a print screen. It's $80. It's $79.99 in Canada.
Yeah.
And that's
So
the
I think
basic. That's just like the starter standard, edition. It kind of goes up from there. I forget what the other.
Unfortunately, I'm super excited for Riders Republic.
Right, and that's
I am
great. And
too.
I will watch you play, and I
And you
will
know the thing
cheer
is-
you on. But
I've been saying that Stadia needs a racing game that's not a damn simulation.
Mhm.
And I feel like Riders Republic is gonna be a hit. And
It's gonna be
when
cool.
we do that 64 player mode, oh man.
Yeah, shoot. I mean that Joker was hard too. When I was playing with Ray on my stream, man, I
Mhm.
kept getting almost last place because I'd make one mistake and everybody was gone.
Yeah.
And that flying the wingsuit thing, I got to figure out the inversion of the stick because that inverted stuff messes with
I can't wait. I only play invert on everything.
Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna
Well,
end this.
hey,
we're gonna
yeah,
end this
great
up.
show. Good job, Jeff.
Thank you everybody for popping in.
Oh,
Everyone
yeah.
in the chat. I know some people are active, more active than not. Ray and shout out to Squids. Squids was here early on at the very beginning, and then
Jackie.
probably
Mhm.
wandered up.
Game
Jackie for
time.
popping in. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna call it here. I'm gonna make my prediction that Jackie's gonna win our fantasy football league.
Let's do it. I'm
think
going to make a prediction that the Cowboys still suck no matter what happens tonight. So
You know what? Even if the Cowboys win tonight, I don't care if they lose the next 16. I won't care.
just
I
tonight,
won't-
just give me
I
tonight.
won't care.
I'm
I-
trying to
I-
end the show, but these losers are talking about football after we was about to end the
I
show,
won't-
so
I
will
won't
be
care.
off, so.
And you know what? Even if we
I
lose
don't watch
tonight,
football.
our next 8 games are all winnable games. We could be 8-1. I'll take 8-1 at our bye. I'll take that all day long. I'll take that action.
Just to
So-
finish 8 and
I'll
9.
have to just jump off camera right now.
You're so bitter.
Jackie.
Go throw a football or something. It'll
I got
it'll
things
help.
to do, man, and we're supposed to be ending the show. I don't
Go
wanna,
put that cover on that pool so that you can come and get whooped in some.
There you
I
go.
know. If we,
So
if,
we'll
if
see
I can put the
everybody in
cover
20
on, then I'll be able to
25
get on
minutes.
the show. But if we still talking,
The show's
About
brought to you
football.
by Bojangles. Get you some Bojangles.
Well,
Have a good one.
I can just do that and see now. Now we can keep talking football and see. I could have
just-
done that. See, if you want to leave, I can just make you leave.
Show started looking a lot
You're right.
better when you
You're right.
realized it.
Bye,
Get everybody
everybody.
All right, guys, have a good one.
no, you always do that. Then I'm gonna go out there and then you go tell them get ready.